Cajun Roots Reseller, you give me an offer and I'll take it.
I say, this is Johnny's place, where you can have it for no problem. I got the dollars.
Fixed income, no credit, back credit. Here at Cajun Roots Reseller, that's no problem.
Let him have it.
I've got my dollars and I sit in my best offer.
We say, yes. See the special man. The easiest man on YouTube.
You got the dollars? We got the offer? Let him have it with no problem.
Hello, everyone, and welcome on what day it is. It's Hump Day. How's everybody doing this morning? Welcome, hello, and good morning to Tom Cruise first in the chat. Hello, good morning, and welcome to also Mr. Jimmy, Miss Sharon. Hello. How's everybody doing today? Yenzer Pickup, Mr. Mike in the house. Miss Avery, hello, good morning, and welcome. I'm also on the Facebook side. We're live there as well. Rachel, hello, good morning, and welcome. How are you doing today? Mr. Steven, hello. The cap guy, Mr. Bobby. Hello, Bobby. How are you doing? Good to see you. Hello, each and every one of you. I want to say, let's give a big, warm welcome, making her feel very comfortable because this is her very first live. But y'all may know her in the chat. She's always there talking with us in the chat. She's also on Instagram. I do have her information in the description of this video. So let's make her feel comfortable and welcome Miss Helen, New England Thrifter.
Hi. Hi, everyone.
How you doing this morning?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm blessed.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and get your information to post in the actual chat. And while I do that, give everybody a little bit about yourself, what you do, and where you sell at, and a little bit about your channel.
Okay. Basically, right now I sell in a antique booth. So I have two booths. I'm kind of outgrowing it. And I also have a Poshmark closet that I do jewelry. I'm trying to go into eBay. I'm a little nervous about the shipping and packing, and but I'm going to jump into it, I think. I've always thrifted. I've always looked for a deal. I was a single parent for years and was always money conscious and but I enjoyed it. And I like to find, I love glass. I love like kitschy things. And as you can see back there, all the vintage stuff. So I kind of felt like I had a knack of finding things. And so I decided to start a YouTube channel, and I knew nothing what I was doing. And I just kind of jumped into that. And I kind of enjoy it. It's kind of therapy for me. I just show everybody what I found and, my silly sense of humor, and kind of laugh at myself sometimes. And it's been very therapeutic, especially the last couple of years with the pandemic and everything.
Yeah. Well, if you haven't checked out her channel yet, it is at the top in the blue box. I do have it pinned with her email, her link to her channel. Actually, I just watched another video of yours yesterday. Good morning, hello, and welcome, Mr. Paul, Flippin' Sports Guy. How are you doing? Good morning, hello, and welcome. Tina, Resell Royalties. Hello, good morning, and welcome. I noticed that you were doing, in that particular video, you did have a lot of like yard metal stuff. Talk a little bit about that type of stuff that you've been picking up lately.
I don't really have a method. If I find something unusual, like I found this turtle, is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
It was really different, and it opened up, and I'm like, I find people like unique things. Also, like I had a pelican one time, and it was at the Goodwill. I've been lucky. I feel like I find good things at Goodwill. I hear a lot of people, they're expensive and you don't find anything. I mean, I find pretty good stuff. I think where I go helps because I go to a place that's more affluent. I don't know if they ship all over the place, but I notice this one is a coastal. I live in Rhode Island, but I source a lot in the Goodwills in Connecticut because I'm right on the border.
Yeah.
And one of my antique booths is in Old Saybrook, Connecticut, which is kind of, people come down from New York to look for antiques and stuff, and it was well established. So I got in there, and I like it because it's just a set price. There's no fees, like percentage
right
off your, So this particular Goodwill, I found this was like my best flip so far. It was, and I learned it from what is it, Crazy Lamp Lady.
Mm-hmm.
He was looking at Czech pottery, and there was a certain one. It was kind of ugly. I wasn't really into it. It was like a goat picture, and I got it for like $3 and something.
Wow.
And I sold it at my booth for $150.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So it's like, but that's why I like different, unusual things.
Right.
So.
Hello and good morning, James, all the way from Mexico. How are you doing this morning? So when you do go thrifting, what is the main thing you tend to target more when going thrifting? What is your go-to items?
It's kind of what I like, and I like kitschy. Like, I haven't really, I found these, like, this is the Miss Priss. There we go.
Oh, cute. Salt and pepper shaker?
Yeah, and it's left in, and it's kitschy, and it's getting harder and harder to find.
Right.
So that I got at an antique booth, but that's what I like. Like for the holidays, I love the old, I'm trying to think, like anything from the 20s to it's kind of wide to the 70s. Like I like the little pixies, and everybody likes those now. Those go good around Christmas and stuff. I like vintage linens too. I love the any kind of needlework or any kind of, but I'll sell anything pretty much.
Right. Have you ever got a chance to meet Miss Carol or Kay over in Rhode Island?
No.
They live not that far from the border.
Oh, wow. I'm going to have to hook up. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Because I'm an hour and 15 minutes away from the border. We go to Two Savers right there in Rhode Island.
Yep.
They have the best stuff there.
There's a Savers in Warwick, right?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. I want to go there.
It's nice. It's big, but it's nice.
Yeah. Are their prices pretty good? I haven't.
Yes.
Really?
We got a lot that time we went. So hello, Glams. Good morning. Hello and welcome. And also Susanna. Hello, good morning and welcome to you as well. We have our first question. What are your best sellers in your booths?
I'm trying to think. You know what it is like, I find these lampshades, and they're mid-century modern.
Mm-hmm.
If I can find them, I grab them. They're fiberglass. Those go for big bucks. Like I bought a whole lamp. It was like a bridge lamp, and it had the double fiberglass for $20. Another thing, I flipped it for $150, and I probably could have got more because the lampshades are really. So those, for some reason, the kitschy stuff doesn't go as well. I noticed in my, but my antique booth is different because I'm in a place where there is a lot of true antiques.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm one of the few, I love barware too. And barware goes really well, especially the mid-century Dorothy Thorpe style glasses. And I have a couple of Bakelite handled, bar tools and stuff. That goes really well.
Now I want to ask you on your next venture you just started, actually just did your first online auction. How did that go, and what was your thoughts about that process?
I got to warn you now, my internet, I got to talk to my internet people, whatever, because it acted up. Mm-hmm. And that was a little nerve-wracking because I couldn't tell it was acting up. And then it was Julia who was it was so nice of her, Protecting Pearls.
Mm-hmm.
She was so awesome. She reached out to me. She knew I was kind of looking, and she's like, you can come on my channel. And it's a lot of pressure because I don't want to drag anyone down with me. Like if I screw up, it was funny. And I did screw up, but it was really fun. And people are so generous and nice and understanding. And I kind of put it out there that it's going to take me a little bit to ship things because it's a learning curve for me. And
Mara wants to know, what is your favorite channel in the strictly vintage community?
oh, you're putting me on the spot now because I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, and I love them all. I guess.
You can plead the fifth if you want.
Well, you know what? The first one that really introduced me to this, and I know she's very popular and everything, but I watched her back when she first started, was a Crazy Lamp Lady.
Yeah.
Like that was just the first thing that kind of caught my eye, and I'm like, I kind of do that. Like I can relate to that.
Mm-hmm.
I go and I find but I watch a ton of them, and I'm addicted to the auctions. Like I watch them, even if I don't buy anything, and I'm a big supporter of, I buy things. Now I have a ton of stuff that I don't need to be buying, but if I like someone and I like what they have, and I just feel like I need to support our community, because
Right.
I have to say, I'm going to say something. This has been a tough couple of years for everybody.
Yeah.
Not only the pandemic, now with the hurricanes and everything, it just, and I've worked in healthcare. I've worked as a respiratory therapist. So I've seen so much. Breaks my heart. And when COVID first went down, and it was weird because I would be driving to work and no one would be on the roads. And it just the atmosphere of it. And before it really hit, they shut down elective surgeries, and the hospital before we got the surge was like a ghost town. Is it okay if I talk about this, or do you?
Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to put the fan on real quick.
I don't want to bring everyone down, but it was
you're fine.
It was just, I think, an eye-opening experience to what really life is about and what's important.
Well, especially in your line of work.
And let me tell you, there's people and faces I will never forget.
Yeah.
So people that did make it and people that didn't. So I remember just having this, life is so important and so precious. And, I had to try to stay positive. And so getting back to reselling and the community, it really kind of saved me, because when I got home and I take a shower and I'd be exhausted, I would watch all the vintage and reselling and shop with me. And it was like therapy. It just took my mind off of things. And the chats, people talking and supporting each other. It was really just a lovely, really kind of break from reality. And then my sister was sick during this. She had cancer, and when I did lose her, I lost her in April. And people were so supportive, and it kind of really, helped me
get through this time. Yeah.
So
now, Jimmy makes a good comment, and I wanted to mention this too. You were talking about how you messed up, you think you messed up, and that kind of thing. We all do that at the beginning.
Yeah.
The more you do it, the more you get comfortable with it. So that is just normal. It is what you learn from it that will help you succeed in the future for more things that you decide to do on your channel.
Yeah.
Let's see. Question. Where did it go? The chat flew on me here. What is your favorite kitschy item to collect?
Oh, I got the collection. I think I'm going to do a video on my collections, because I got to let go though, because I'm borderline hoarder. I'm ending up, but I'm organized. I'm an organized hoarder.
It's all on your shelves. But look at how organized you're in the back.
Yeah. Yeah. So I love. You're going to think it's funny, but those little Bailey's teacups with the winking teacup. I have the cookie jar. I have the male cookie jar, the female cookie jar, the teapot, and all. And that I got at a thrift store. I got the whole set for like $55. I'm like, yeah, I'll take it.
Miss Carol just made a comment. She says she thinks you and her are neighbors.
Who's that?
Carol's Creative Corner. Miss Carol that I told you about at the beginning.
Oh, yeah. Oh, excellent. We're going to have to hook up.
Yeah, she's not that far, because when we were talking about the savers.
Yep.
That's who we went with sourcing with Miss Carol.
Oh, that would be fun.
It was, yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
she's
I'm
not
up
that
for
far
that.
from you. Neither is so is Passports and Pizza Pies, Kate.
Yes, I comment a lot on her. I love her.
Yeah.
Like she's just so. I love her. She's young, but she's got an old soul.
Yes, she does. She's got. In fact, I think she's in Florida right now with her daughter going to college.
She is. Yeah. She doesn't look old enough to have a daughter in college.
No, she's so
Crazy.
And I love her. I love her videos.
I love her videos, and I love her.
Yeah,
Like,
you're right about that, Avery.
Like I said, she has an old soul. I like it.
Yes, all is well. Oh, let's talk to this one. Yes, Avery. Let's see. Everybody's just saying hello to. And also, welcome Jennifer's in the house. I know I said it.
Carol, you're in Pawcatuck? You're like right. I'm like right on the border. Oh my God, we're gonna hook up. I'm so excited now.
Carol and I, we meet up in the middle and go to Ollie's in Westminster.
Yeah.
I keep saying I'm having a problem with the name, but we go to that Ollie's there, or we meet up in her area in Rhode Island.
Oh, you're gonna have to let me know.
That's our meet up. Yeah,
I will meet up.
Yes, that would be great.
Yeah, let's have fun.
Say hello for heading out to Halloween stores. Well, thank you, Nicoma. How you doing, Michael? Yeah. I know you've been pretty busy with that.
Thank you, Jennifer. She always puts my link in there. I appreciate that so much.
Right now. Oh, Lamb said, "Oh my God, I just started at a Bailey's Winking Creamer at my desk right now. I love them."
Oh, I know.
Yeah, that's where we went at for the other Ollie's that we meet up on in Rhode Island.
Yep.
We love it.
Yeah,
that's our meet up and our time to meet with each other and shop.
Yep.
There's Passports and Pizza Pies link. She says she's near I can't even pronounce that.
Attleboro?
Worcester. That's where we go. Worcester.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be fun because we have a good time when we go shopping. Where are you, New England thrifter?
I'm in Westerly, so I'm right on the Connecticut border. But Rhode Island's so small. It's like
it is. Yeah.
You
January House is also here. Hello and welcome, Mike. How are you doing today? If you have any questions for Miss Helen, go ahead and put it in the chat. But I also have her link at the top in the blue box if you have not checked out her channel. I just watched her latest one where she got a lot of metal type yard pieces. Very interesting and things that I enjoy as well when I go out thrifting. And I love putting that kind of stuff in the yard.
I love Royal Hagar too. I got this chicken and rooster.
I saw that on your Instagram.
Yeah, and it was unusual. Like it was a red color, and that was, like I said, Goodwills. I still do good. They were like $5.99 each, and I'm like, I'll take it.
Do you ever see Lori Tata at the thrifts? I don't know who that is. I'm not sure who that is.
Yeah,
you have to let us know what their channel name is. I'm not sure. It was nice to meet you, Miss Carol says.
Oh, nice to meet her too.
Hello and good morning, Cheryl. How are you doing? Yeah, we have a blast. We even cut up and spend the day. Sometimes we'll go shopping and then we go to the antique booth and we go have lunch. So
yeah. That's the life, baby.
Yeah. Now let's talk a little bit about, if you don't mind, you are part-time or do you work full-time with your job?
I went to part-time and it was like what I was going to do is actually I early retired because my sister didn't have much time. So I was going to watch her. I was going to take care of her. Mm-hmm. And then, so basically I retired and 2 weeks later she passed.
Oh, wow.
So then it was like, okay, what do I do? So I got this job offer and it's in Vernon, Connecticut. So it's a hike, but it's 3 days a week, 8-hour shifts. A lot of healthcare jobs are 12-hour shifts. And I'm to the point, I've been doing this for like 35 years. And even before the pandemic in healthcare, they want you to do more with less. And I got into this because, and I love what I do. It's been a great career, but I like the interaction with people.
Right.
And I think if you're sick or you need someone there, you need more interaction. You don't need less. And I just feel like it's been such a business. So it was kind of discouraging. So I found this job and it's a small, tiny hospital affiliated with another hospital. And basically I cover the ER and I do some outpatient stuff. So it's really slow and it's a different pace.
Right.
Which is what I would have wanted like years ago. But now I'm just like, I think I just want to be done with it and I want to do something like this. I think it's kind of, I enjoy this. This is like fun to me. And I think a lot of the interaction with people that I get.
Yeah, Glam says that, oh my God, I think Helen is my kitchen soulmate. We have so many of the same things.
Yeah.
There's her link. Okay, I need to check out who she is. Where did I see it in the chat? I know Jennifer just put way up here. I need to check out who that is.
Yeah.
Let me save it. Oh, okay. I've seen her before. I haven't seen her. I thought I was subscribed to her. I guess I'm not. I'm going to check her out. Thank you, Jennifer.
Yeah, I'll have to too, because
I've seen her in like the recommendations.
Yeah.
But I thought I was subscribed to her. I guess I wasn't. But I know who she is now from her thumbnail across her thing. Johnny is my boo. Yes, we are. We have fun. She's Boston found. She resells clothing and shoes.
Oh, I have seen her. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to check her out. Yeah.
I've seen her show.
Thrifting, but that sounds like a little blast. Yeah, it would be. And what's good about it too, you get to meet other people. Even though you meet in a public place, you still can have fun. You can be out in the open. You can still make a plan of a day and have fun with it. And that's how you meet other people and collaborate. You know, that's fun.
Now, have you been to Brimfield flea market?
No.
Oh my God.
Which one's that? Is that the one here in Massachusetts?
Yes.
Yes, I have been. Yes. I've been to 3 different ones here.
That is awesome. I went, I'm going to go again next year.
Yeah, I want to go back again.
That was vintage, antique, cuteness overload. Like it was like everywhere. I remember
that one, yes. We went to 3 different ones, and I'll tell you one thing, I had a blast at every one of them. But that was before the pandemic, and then I don't think they ever came back again until I think starting this year.
This year I went for the first time, and I went for a few days.
Open again. I'll have to go check it out. Meetups are the best. YouTube is great, but making it in-person connections just takes it up to another level. And you're so right.
I agree, yeah.
Yeah. And also, hello and welcome, Renee and Rob. How are y'all doing this morning? Good to see you. Nicoma says, the 2 bolos from the Spirit this season is the Michael Myers Jack-O-Lantern $40 flip on eBay for $100 to $150, and the Beetlejuice Monopoly $35, which flips for $80. Wow! Thank you for letting us know that, Michael.
Wow.
He works and he's a general manager.
Oh,
Marcus, hello, welcome. Don't forget,
Marcus. Hi, Mark. I love Marcus.
He is the featured channel for the week. So if you haven't checked out his channel, definitely check it out on the community page. He is the featured channel for this week. I do that
Marcus,
every Friday morning.
I just think he's great.
I've been watching a lot of his videos. Yeah,
he's very inspirational.
Is awesome. Yeah, Carol works in that type of field too.
Oh, Carol. Oh, okay.
I don't think. I mean, she works at a center, not like a hospital, but it's
right.
That type of work.
Oh wow!
Live last night. I missed.
God bless her.
Early. I made it up on the fly.
Yeah.
The featured channel. Thank you so much, Jennifer. Miss Nancy, hello, good morning, and welcome. Good to see you.
Nancy, hi, Nancy.
Johnny, I sent you a link for a flea market in Massachusetts. It's called the Speedway every Sunday, and amazing, would be love it. Ooh. I did go to one and I'm trying to think of what it was. It has like this large building, but then also there's a lot of people on the outside of it. It's only open on, I believe, on Sundays. And I can't remember what the name of that one was that we went to.
There's one in Charleston, Rhode Island, too, which is not far from me. It's on Sundays, but...
And you need a few days to see it all. Okay, yeah. I know we went to one of them. It was on 2 sides of the roads, too, and I can't remember which one that one was, where you park in the little parking lot. You pay to park. I believe there's like one whole side on one side of the road, and it is filled with things. And then they got a big, large building, and then you go across the street, and that's the same thing, but then have like the concession stands and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The Beetlejuice Monopoly comps eBay are already dropping. Oh, wow. The last 2 weeks went to 60 free shipping. Ouch. Yeah, things tend to go fast sometimes, and when they go down, it's just time to get out of it.
Yeah.
Glam's Closet.
I'm doing a couple of I'm taking some porcelain dolls and making creepy dolls out of them, and I'm so excited.
Cool.
Yeah. So I'm gonna post that too. My little.
Oh, that's right. She works at a community development agency. Miss Carol.
Okay. Yep.
Who is the guest today? Miss Nancy. It's Miss Helen. It's on the top in the blue box. That
Hi,
is
Nancy.
the New England thrifter, Miss
Nancy,
Helen.
I see you all the time in the chats. I don't get to watch you because I fall asleep really early, and I'll start watching and I'm terrible. I'm up like at 4 or 5 in the morning.
So yeah, if you missed it, in the top blue box of the chat, that is Miss Helen's link, the New England thrifter. We wanted to get her up, and she was the first time she did a live, and she was nervous, but I think she's getting a little comfortable, which I like to see. You're talking about the Raham one seeking wants to such bigger if nicer. Oh. I'm gonna have to let Robert know. You sent it to him. I'll check it out and let Robert know. Johnny loves cake thrifts.
Johnny Cake. Love the Johnny Cake.
Wesley?
Yep. The Johnny Cake has some good deals. The Blue Mitten too. There's like a little one down here that I find some, and they tend to want to get rid of stuff fairly cheap.
I have to say the one that I did go to, they had a lot of stuff that was a little high, but I found a lot of great stuff that I've already flipped and sold, which I was amazed with, because the Avon red glass was brand new in the box. I still got them for $1, and I was amazed how much I sold them for.
Yeah, that's a good
They are
deal.
great flips.
Yeah.
Myers is holding steady. Okay. Good morning, Greg. How are you doing? Good to see you. Lance Shark Picker. Nice to put a face with a name. Exactly. And that's what I like about when we have guests, that you get to ask questions, get to know who they are. You've been doing some videos. So how long have you been doing YouTube?
I started last December, I think. And a lot of it was because my sister was in assisted living and they were on lockdown. And I found it a good way to talk. Like I'd say, I got a bird collection for her, like the bluebirds of happiness and everything. And in the channel, I look what I got for you, Teresa. And she would tell me, I love seeing you. It's, it was that connection.
Correct.
So I'm like, so I do it a couple days a week. And now I try to do it. I was doing it every day for a while, but I noticed too, I do better with the quicker videos. Like I used to do big hauls, and it was 30 minutes. It's a lot for anyone to tolerate me. I agree. Well,
that's on any video, because sometimes it's just you might get distracted.
Yep.
And then you miss it. Yeah. Good morning, Callie. How are you doing? Good to see you, Lewis.
But I want to make a point too that I am not an expert on vintage by any means, or reselling. I'm a student of this. Like, I don't know a lot of the nuances and stuff, but that's why this community is great, because people are so helpful and encouraging. Like I said, like Julia, she's like, come on the channel, you'll be fine. And so, yeah.
And the more you do it, the more it's going to get comfortable for you, where you know your boundaries or how long you can do something and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it's not something that you have to rush into. It's just something you have to enjoy.
Yeah. And I really do enjoy it.
So where do you mostly go to thrift? Like if you're going sourcing, where do you actually go and thrift in your area?
I go, there's 3 Goodwills I frequent. And they're in Connecticut. There's one I go in Groton, Connecticut, which you find a lot of good things, because it's the sub base is there. So you get a lot of people that are moving, that get rid of stuff.
Oh, okay.
There I see a lot of resellers, which is funny, because they're kind of like, they're not very sociable. Like I'll go and I'll start chatting with them. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I like that. And they're kind of looking at me suspicious, like, you want my stuff? And I'm like, no, I just, but they've warmed up to me a lot.
Right. You see them more.
And they're not really into content, or like, they're just like, I'm surviving. I'm getting this reselling, and I give a lot of respect to them. But it kind of cracks me up, because, but then the one in Clinton, Connecticut is like very upscale. area. So you get a lot of stuff there. And I like it because I can kind of bring it to the booth. My booth is there. So I check on that a lot. And then there's one in Norwich, Connecticut, which is kind of like the one where you get people. I had one person. Has anyone had really weird experiences? Like I had one person start yelling at me. This was like when they lightened up the regulations for the lockdown. And I think I feel bad because I think this person had mental issues, and she just started screaming at me, and she was like, "Get away from me!" And I was like, "Okay," like I wasn't even near her. It was like, oh my goodness. So and the whole store could hear her, and I'm like,
right.
I'm like, oh my God. So, but I just, you know what, I don't get hurt. I'm like, I just say a little blessing for her because it must be awful to feel like that, Yeah.
So when you go thrifting though, do you tend to pick up large items for your antique booths?
Yes. Yeah. Cause I'm not a big, I don't ship things. I'm just starting to. Right. So yeah. And it's nice cause I can, if I see something at a good price and that area too tends to like decor and stuff like that. And again, different stuff. I found these old boots, ceramic boots that were a planter. Mm-hmm. And I got it for like $5, sold it for 30. Wow. Yeah. So I like kind of the quirky stuff. And
I've been reading about some of the horror stories between resellers at the thrift stores, but never experienced it. I haven't either. And like I said, we usually, if we meet up with somebody, like when we did the meetup at our lake house, it was really nice to be able to go thrifting, like with Backroad Bitter Chuck, Marcy, his wife, the Frugal Peanuts, and then also Amber from Out Country Sales, and Mike, her husband. We went thrifting, and it was like everybody did their own thing. Even we basically was still kind of shopping together, but it's like everybody had their own little thing. So it wasn't really bad when it came to, I don't want this. Do you want it or whatever? It was a nice way to shop with somebody. When thrifting. So I've never experienced it, but I've seen some on some of those videos though. Like,
well, some people too. Like I feel bad for some of the workers there because they get treated kind of crappy. Like I'm always, thank you, please, I appreciate it.
Exactly.
Myra
got a 500 sub giveaway. Oh wow! Congratulations, Myra. Ooh. She hit her 500 subs.
Nice.
This year's feature wall is Freddy versus Jason. The shelf topper is awesome. Awesome. That is awesome information. Yeah. So you said you have 2 booths. Now, what do you mainly feature in your booths? Is there anything in particular you do in your booths?
Yeah. One is been there the longest, and it's one I have a lot of barware, like decanters, crystal, like just a lot of, I have those glasses that have ice cubes on the, like just different kitschy stuff, right. A lot of Dorothy Thorpe style stuff, a lot of, and that goes well, like a lot of the, what do you call them? Like the shakers and the whole sets.
Like the martini glass stuff?
Yeah. Like, but even the mixing,
the shifters or shakers, whatever you call them.
Yeah. Like I'll get sets of those, and I get like wooden sets, and I get like different ones. And they seem to go really, really well. Also, I get jewelry at the Goodwill. I do the either the vase full of jewelry or the bags. And I try to wait till they're half off. Mm-hmm. And I grab those. And then when I'm bored, if I can't, like, especially for the winter, if the weather's bad and I'll go through them. And I stocked my whole wall with jewelry for like $1 each. So I take the jewelry that has no name,
right?
Like costume jewelry that, and I'm not great at jewelry either. I could be, who knows? I could be throwing something up there that's worth something, but I don't care. I throw it up there, and now it's got a reputation. People go there because they want $1 jewelry, and they'll buy a lot of like 20 of them. So I make the money back with that. And sometimes I sell more jewelry than anything. But the ones that I know are vintage and have a name, I put in my Poshmark. I've been doing the Poshmark thing too.
Uh-huh.
So I tend to want to get a little more money for that.
Mara says, thank you for the roller coaster. Yeah, it's always a roller coaster. You're right about that. But congratulations. Good morning, John. How are you doing, Bama? So do you tend to also, when you go sourcing for your boots, do you ever go and buy anything that's glass or any type of glass products?
Yes, I buy vases. I have some swung vases. I have books on it. I need to like research it a little more, but Italian pottery sometimes. Like I said, that Czech pottery, I look out for that now because I thought it was kind of hideous. It was kind of, it was like kind of, I'm like, is this a goat picture? And it was just like kind of abstract. And I'm like, I don't know. But I'm like, hey, $3, I'll pick it up. And I think I posted it on like this was a while ago on the Crazy Lamp Lady Facebook thing. And they're like, oh, that's great. Because I don't know. They're like, so then I looked it up. I'm like, holy crap, that goes for,
It's always good to do a little bit of research. One of the things I enjoy, though, is Google Lens.
Yeah.
If there's something that I'm not sure if I always use Google Lens because I find that it does help. Because I had this vase. It was a Japanese vase, but I did not know the actual print. It had gold feet, the gold bottom. Mm-hmm. And when I looked it up, there was one listed, but the whole bottom portion was totally different than the one I have. And it had these little air holes on the top, whereas the one that was listed wasn't. And so it was nice to be able to use that little app. It's amazing on what you can find.
I was looking at all your Fenton pieces there. Lovely.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I'm like,
I've been collecting Fenton for a while, and actually my first part of Fenton that I was picking up was actually the carnival glass.
Yep.
I call it Mardi Gras glass, depending on where you're located. Some people call it different, but that's the first pieces I ever had of Fenton. And then the more I got into it, the more you got to find different colors, different designs, different signatures, different pieces, colors, design. It's amazing. It's a large thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just got a Fenton basket, and it's like the 95th anniversary or something. I don't know.
It's blue.
It's purple, I think. Is it blue or maybe purple? I don't know. I have it here someplace.
The 95th anniversary was a blue and white floral signed by both owners of Fenton.
No, it's. I saw that you had that. I'm looking up here because maybe. Well, I thought I was organized, but I must have moved it for the live sale. But I don't know. But anyways, that's something I got at the Goodwill for like. I think I paid $7.99 for it.
Yeah.
And
the most I ever paid for a Fenton piece is the vase and that pitcher. I did pay up at $20 for those.
Yeah.
But it's amazing on what they're going for. So it's a great investment. Yeah.
Yeah.
And 9 times out of 10, I'll pick it up for anything under $5, $10 at the most.
Yeah.
Because it's amazing how even antique malls you can go to and shop in, and it's very inexpensive.
Right.
Depending on where you go.
Right.
So people are afraid to shop in antique boots for reselling, but it's amazing how some people may be doing a $50% off sale or whatever. And it's amazing. You can catch a lot. Thank you so much, Jessica. Have a great day. And thank you so much for always coming in and showing your support for the channel. And if you have any questions for Miss Helen, go ahead and put it in the chat. I do have her link, the post at the top of the chat in the blue box. And her link is there for you to go check out and see if you're subscribed. She's still going at it. She's been putting out some videos here and there. She just did another one recently where she bought a lot of metal type stuff for the yard. Beautiful pieces. So go check her out.
I'm just kind of more entertaining than anything. I'm not, like I said, I'm not an expert on vintage or reselling, but.
And if you want to meet someone special, they're usually in the videos.
Yes.
Snowflakes.
my rescue cat. I got her.
She's so pretty.
Yeah, she was during the pandemic. She was in the Westerly pound or the shelter.
Yeah, SPCA.
Yeah, and she's 11 years old. I'm like, oh, she's an old lady like me. We have a lot in common, and she is. She's like my buddy. She's so funny.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Buffalo Pickatami. It's not necessary, but greatly appreciated. He says, I just wanted to stop by and say hello to everyone. I'm on the move. Another Barbie haul negotiation today.
Ooh.
Awesome. Congratulations. And again, thank you so much. Not necessary, but greatly appreciated. And this is for you, Tommy.
Dollars, let me have it, please. I got the dollars.
Let him have it.
You got the dollars? We got the offer? Let him have it with no problem. Let him have it.
Thank you again, Tommy. That is awesome. Good luck on getting all that Barbies out because you've been doing some hauls on those. If y'all missed Tommy's channel on Fridays, he does a 7:30 p.m. every Friday. And it is a lot of information you can soak up, especially if you're starting out or you've still been in this for a while. It doesn't matter. You get to learn a lot. So definitely check him out every Friday at 7:30 p.m. on his channel. Network catching up.
Now, is your family supportive of you? Like, because I'm very jealous of people. Like, my husband could care less. My kids could care less. Like, they're like, Ma, we're putting you in a nice nursing home, first of all. And when you go, because I say, I'm a DNR morphine drip, go to the light. They're like, we're going to bring a flashlight. And then they're like, and all your stuff, they're probably going to donate it to Goodwill. So
I have to say my husband is very supportive. Actually, for him talking to me into this and another good friend that I made along the way. But he is very supportive when he's home from work or off of work. He does watch the lives when I do lives. And then when we go sourcing, he's always there with me because he also started since I was doing this now. He just recently started the end of last year, I want to say around Thanksgiving, probably a little bit earlier, where he sells, but he only does the games like PS2s, Wii's, that kind of stuff. And my dad and my family does come. That's why I've been doing Facebook on the side with the videos live in the morning because they'll come on that side and watch me there. My dad's always was very supportive, asking me. My stepmom's like can't believe what I'm doing. But they do watch me on Facebook and they do support me. But yeah, there's some people that they don't have family members that watch them. But again, eventually some people come around, so to say, and it just be yourself. You know, there's nothing else you can do. But you're going to have some people that just don't believe in it. So
Brian's supportive, but like he wants nothing to do. He doesn't want to go shopping. He's just not, which is fine. He does other things. He's like,
right.
But my kids, it's funny, they're adults, but they're like, whatever, Ma.
Yeah.
But they do admit, they say, you have a good eye for that. Because I'll tell them, oh, I made money. Yeah.
And the fun part about it is when we're sitting there watching TV and either my phone goes off or his, we go, okay, whose phone was that? And he said, that had to be yours because it wasn't mine. And so we both always checking our phones. And when he gets to sell, he gets all excited and goes down and gets his package done before the night's over with, if it's the night or before he goes to work in the morning. And I drop it off at the post office for him. But yeah, it's nice. It's nice to see him get into that too, because he saw how much I was selling and he couldn't believe what the things were selling for. And so he got into it and he's like, well, I have this sitting around the house. I haven't touched in a while. I said, yeah, that's what happens when we move. I said, that's why I got a lot of inventory when I started. Because I just basically, when we moved from Louisiana, there was boxes filled when I purged inventory for eBay because I knew that's what I was going to do when I moved here. Yeah. And so I had a whole bunch of inventory that I didn't have to worry about to get started with. Right. And so his stuff got packed up as his stuff as well. But now he's starting to notice that there's things that he's never opened, that he's never used, never opened up. And so now he's selling it because there's so much of it. So, yeah. Yeah. He's getting involved with it and he's excited. So that's a good thing. But he will not do YouTube. But he doesn't mind being in, like if I'm doing a filming of like where we're sourcing or if we go out somewhere and meet someone, we're doing a collab. He'll be in the videos for that aspect of it, but not into a long-term just chalking like that. Right. Yeah.
Well, he sounds supportive. That's the important thing.
Except for my daughter, my family doesn't like me having YouTube channel.
Yep.
Cheryl says, my husband is like, stop bringing stuff home. There's no room.
Oh, I got to tell you a funny story.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I was doing an unboxing. And when I do an unboxing on the video, you'll notice, especially my early ones, I take stuff and I throw it. Like, because I'm the housekeeper. I'll pick it up. But like, I'll go, boop, throw it on the floor, whatever. And this is what I got and this and that. And so I think I did a video, did an unboxing video. And I went in the other room. I'm like, I need a break. I'm taking a break. And there was crap all over the place. Like it looked like packing stuff just exploded. My husband comes in. He stopped yelling. He goes, "Are you okay, Helen? Are you okay?" He thought someone broke in because it was crap everywhere. It was so funny. I'm like, no, it's just me. I'll pick it up. So he's
Nancy
used to me
says that
now.
my family thinks I'm crazy. I need to sell the 3 inheritance off that might go to the dumpster. They may do it they may put it in the dumpster.
Nancy, I'm with you.
Yeah, after the 3rd inheritance, my sister told me they should give it back. How do you give back to the deceased? You're right about that. And of course, one good thing about it, like Mara was saying, we're actually saving it from going into the landfills.
Right.
Like they always say, some man's treasure is someone's trash is someone's other's treasures. But again, there's some people who even refurbish stuff just to bring it to a good new life. And so that's what's good about it.
That's what I'm doing with all those creepy porcelain dolls no one's likes. I'm making them really creepy. I'm spray painting them.
Have you ever met or saw Redneck Resale Colton and Courtney?
No.
They love the creepy doll stuff. They will take a regular doll and recreate a whole new thing and sell it for hundreds of dollars.
I need to see that. I don't even know
if I Redneck, Red, R-E-D, neck, Resale, R-E-S-A-L-E. When you go to his channel, tell him I sent you, that you were a guest on the show. He and his wife, he's one of those that he'll find a doll. And like last year for Halloween, he took this one doll and he put it where there was like some blood or something, fake blood, and he redone it and then put it in a case.
Oh, wow.
Like a little glass case, and then turn around and sold it for hundreds of dollars.
Wow, that's fascinates me.
Videos, he'll normally title it the creepy dolls.
Okay, that's so fascinating. People are so creative.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, and they're from Alabama. They're in Alabama actually.
Okay,
and they also have a thrift store.
Wow.
Yeah, they buy a lot of auctions, storage auctions.
Yeah,
buying space. I have stuff from my great grandparents. Wow, that's a lot of stuff. But
she has a lot of stuff.
Yeah. I would love the thrift buddy that understood what I was finding awesome. Yes, exactly.
Exactly.
That's what's resale. R-E-S-L. Yeah, that's his redneck and then R-E-S-A-L-E.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're gonna love it because they even have their children helping them. They'll love them. Some of the sourcing or helping going through storage units.
See, they have a supportive family.
Well, him and his wife both do it. So yeah. So that's very enjoyable. I really love their channel, and it's amazing what they do with some of those dolls.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that.
Yeah, you're gonna love it.
Yeah.
So if anybody has any questions, go ahead and put it in the chat. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to open the chat to the panel for those in the chat. But before we do, is there any advice or tips that you would want to give someone? If they want to get into the store or the antique mindset of selling in antique booths or anything like that, what would be some of the tips you would give them? And then talk about your channel and what do you do on your channel, where you sell at while I get it changed.
Okay. I think the important thing is to find a fit for you. And what I did was, it sounds funny, but I just went online and was looking at antique booths. And the first couple I came across were kind of off the beaten path. And I'm like, I don't know. And then I just walked into this one. I spoke to them on the phone and said I was interested. I went in and it clicked. The person that owns it is phenomenal. And she was very, friendly and very, helpful. And so I think that's the important thing. Location is a big thing. You want to go where you're going to have people who want to come in and spend money. But as far as that goes too, I am open to anybody who has any advice for me or any constructive criticism. And this particular antique mall, they're very helpful. The people that work there have booths there, and they will zhuzh up my booth if I can't come in that week, or I have one, and I'm going to give her a gift card because she's so awesome to me. She will fix everything for me. And that's a big thing too with an antique booth. You want to make sure you kind of trade out some items and move them around and make it, so that it looks like people are shopping and
right.
Keep
it up and keep it clean.
Right. So, and it's like anything, it's like those relationships you make, people that kind of think like you about vintage or reselling, or, or whether it's just being your own boss, wanting to, kind of run your own life. And that's like, I've lived by a time clock my whole life. And I think I want to get to the point, and I'm pretty much to the point now that I'm looking maybe November, maybe kind of just doing this more permanently. And if I can get
Right.
live sales and maybe some eBay going,
Uh-huh.
and it's all about work-life balance. And I've never had that. I've always worked. I've always worked either overtime or two jobs. Kind of raised kids on my own, and just like really, have struggled financially a little bit. Now I'm at the point in my life where, I have a supportive husband, and I can kind of kick back. It's weird though. Once you've had that paycheck and you've earned that paycheck every week or every 2 weeks,
Right.
however it is, it's hard to let go of that.
Right.
It's kind of like a safety net, even though you might not be, it might not be the best for you, even though it seemed like it. I don't know if that makes
Right.
sense,
Yeah.
but I'm getting to that point where I don't want to, I'm not high maintenance. I will thrift things. I will, I'll eat rice and beans. I don't care. I really
I
don't.
love
I'm
it.
like, if I have a place to sleep and I have my crap around me and I have Snowflake, I'm good.
And go ahead and talk a little bit about your channel and what do you do on your channel?
My channel is more of I know this word is overused, but my journey, it's more like my journey. Like, oh, I went to the thrift store. This is what I found. I do a lot of out loud thinking. Like, this is why I got this. This is why I think it should go in the antique booth. Kind of thing. It's not, like I said, I don't give expert advice because I don't have expert advice to give. I just go by what I like. And I think I tend to have an eye for certain things, especially unique and kitschy things.
Right.
And it's what I enjoy. But like I said, I'll like the jewelry. I purchase the jewelry. That's like literally people come to my booth because it's like they can get, and it's nice jewelry, but they can get it for $1. Sometimes I buy big lots of it. And the people at work at the booth was saying, Brenda, she was saying, people now know about your booth and your jewelry, and they come here specifically for that, which was kind of nice.
That is awesome.
Some good feedback. But
hello, Kayla. Kayla just came in. Hello and welcome. Good to see you. So what is your plans? You were saying that you were thinking about going into eBay.
I am.
Do you have any ideas on what you were looking into as far as your thoughts on what you want to sell first, as far as like the easy things that you know of, that you have knowledge of?
I think like getting rid of some of my kitschy stuff, and I'm running out of room. I don't have room for anything.
Well, that's why I told my husband, I said, by the age of 60, which is 5 more years, yeah, I want to be a minimalist. I want to I enjoyed everything I've collected throughout the years. Yeah. Now it's time for others to enjoy it. So now that's why I've gotten a second booth where it's a glass case lockable. Yeah. And I've been moving a lot of the fitting there because I've enjoyed it. It's time to let it go. And so I feel that letting others enjoy it. And I'm amazed at what the prices are going for right now. Right. Some of the pieces I have, because some of them are rare. Might find them like if we go to Alabama or whatever state we're traveling to, and we stop at an antique mall or a thrift store, and I see some type of Fenton, if I don't have it, I'm buying it, especially if it's at a good price. So yeah. It's
I have a question for you about Fenton. This is what I sold on my live sale. I haven't tacked it yet. I have this Fenton. This says Fenton on it. Uh-huh. And it's got the cat, which I didn't even realize they had a cat.
Does it have the daisy buttonholes on it?
What's that?
Little daisy buttons. Yes, it does. Raise it up.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, that's called daisy buttons.
And then I have the hobby. I had 2 of these, and I get these like at the Goodwill for like $3.
You'll be amazed what they're going for on eBay. Now that one is definitely hobnail.
Right. And it
Yeah.
doesn't have fenton anywhere. And I got two of
Doesn't
them.
have to be fenton on it. Does it even have the F in a circle on the foot, the bottom of it, on the sole anywhere?
No.
Yeah, because it means it's a little bit older. At one point, they were not even putting fenton on them.
Oh. Well, someone got really good deals on my live sales on these, which is good because I want to get them out. But
Right.
they
That pink one is beautiful.
yeah.
But that's called daisies and buttons.
Okay.
That print.
Yeah. So
And
yeah.
you can find those on eBay.
Well,
I
and
went through one day. I was going through just kind of looking at some things that I have that I was doing some research on, and I had went over 10,000 fenton pieces sold in the last 90 days.
wow.
And when I hit at 10,000, they said I have to shorten my search because I went over my limit of 10,000 plus.
Wow.
I was just amazed at how much was already on eBay that I saw pieces that I didn't even see before.
Right.
It's like, wait a minute, I've seen that before in an antique ball, but I didn't buy it or a flea market or whatever. And it's amazing on what you can find on eBay with that.
Yep.
Let's see. My health has stupid things happening in 2020. I jumped into onto YouTube, but have not selling on eBay for decades. Oh, wow. But yeah, it's just something you have to enjoy. Good morning, Edwards. How are you doing? Good to see you. Hello. If you have any questions for Miss Helen, go ahead and put it in the chat. But I also have her link. Jennifer's been dropping in the chat as well from Miss Helen. She's the guest today. I also dropped Redneck Resale's channel link in the chat if you want to catch it and save it. That way it would be easier for you to find. They do have several other channels that they do more of like family things and different things like that other than the reselling side of what they do.
Yeah.
But anywho, so when you're going, and I'm just kind of making some other questions as we go for those who want to come in. By the way, the link is at the top. I did change it out for the StreamYard. If you would like to come on and join us on the panel, you're more than welcome. When it comes to sometimes old Fenton just has the sticker. Exactly. So that in that particular case, what happened is sometimes the stickers fall off.
Oh, okay.
So if it doesn't have the actual Fenton or the word F in a circle, that means the sticker may have fallen off. And usually it's a silver sticker that has the word Fenton on it. So if that's not there, it's still Fenton. It's just they didn't
right.
And the sticker may have fallen off. Yeah.
This is how observant I am. I didn't even realize I had a cat on it until I was in the live sale and
on a cat.
And Julia was like, "Oh, there's a cat right there." Like,
oh yeah, on the shoe. And that's a little different too, because usually they don't make them with a cat. That's the first I see of that one.
Yeah. Oh. But that's why I like it too, because you learn stuff all the time.
Right. Now they've had some too where you'll have it where they don't have the actual Fenton engraved on it or embossed in it or a sticker. And sometimes what they'll do is they'll have a signed artist who designed it, especially if it's the ones that are painted with. Scenery on them. On those as well. Helen, what is your favorite kitschy piece?
Oh, that's so hard. It's like your babies. It's like trying to pick your babies. But I have to say the Miss Priss.
Oh, looking pretty.
And these I have extra one. These I sold at the auction. So
now, does that one have a sugar dish with it, or is it just a creamery?
This has the creamer. I sold it as a pair. The creamer and the sugar. Oh God, I can't break it.
Oh wow! Look how colorful too. So
they're beautiful. They're painted beautifully, and then I have like the
Did that one have a name on the bottom? Oh, look at that! The salt and pepper shaker.
Salt and pepper. Whoop. Yeah.
Now, does those have names on the bottom of them?
This is made in Japan.
Oh.
But I do have ones that have left-in because they're left-in pieces.
Kayla says, well, if not the top 5 then, if you don't have just one.
Top 5. Oh, like I said, oh my God. The Bailey's, winking teacups, and I love Anna Lee's. And don't ask me why. Anna Lee dolls.
Uh-huh.
I have a whole, I have an addiction. I can't, but I do wait like that because I see a lot of them at the Goodwill and I'll wait till they're 50% off because I'm going to sell them and I can't rationalize paying full price. And most of the time
Right.
they're there. I don't know.
Yeah.
I have like up there, I have a whole bunch of Anna Lee dolls. And I
Now,
like
do
them
you-
because I'm a klutz and I'm afraid of breaking things. And I think part of the reason I like them so much is because I can't really break them. Like, I can't, like, practical that way. But
when you go thrifting, do you ever find that the where you go is there any time where they do like a half off day or a certain color on certain things in your area?
yeah, in Connecticut, they usually do a week of, and it's at Sunday that they do a color. It's 50% off. And I learned it goes in alphabetical order because I used to try to figure out, what's going to be on. So you can kind of know what's going to be on sale the next week. It's like it will start with blue, and then it'll go to green. And so it's kind of, so I used to try to go like every Sunday morning and kind of hit the, Goodwill and see what they have. But
Now,
they
do you
also
have Goodwill bins where you at?
Pardon?
Do you have the Goodwill's bins out where you're at?
In Hamden. And I used to go, I went before the pandemic. And I started, like, before this, I did Poshmark and I did a lot of clothes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do that so much anymore. But, yeah, and I did pretty good. But I just, since the pandemic, I just haven't been back there. I would like to go, but
Yeah,
I would like to go back there.
that's awesome.
Yeah. And I don't know. I just feel like the thrift store, like I've had good luck with Goodwill. I've tried Salvation Army in Rhode Island and I don't find a lot. Like I haven't been in a while too. So
Yeah, same here. But I noticed the one here in where I live, it is a small Goodwill, but they don't have. I find that they don't have a lot to choose from when it comes to hard goods. Now, when
right.
you go to clothing, they got buku of it. It's
Right.
filled all the time. But when
Yeah.
it comes to hard goods, there's very few and far to pick. Now, when I do get in there, I haven't been since the pandemic because they've changed their hours, and I really don't know what they are. But it's hard to find stuff at Goodwill, at the Salvation Army.
Yeah.
I guess they started being selective of what they get. I noticed the one here, they even have certain list of things that they refused to get you to donate.
Wow.
There's a list you cannot donate certain things, and that list is right there when you drive up in the back.
Right.
There's a list we do not take donations of, and I mean that's a long list.
Oh my goodness.
I'm amazed.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to Nashville Flippers. Hello, good morning and welcome. So yeah, I guess that's why they probably don't have a lot to pick from. I'm not
Right.
sure, but I don't know if they've changed that since before the pandemic. So I don't
Yeah.
know.
I know the nice thing though, they do have like $1, like they'll have certain colors 99 cents. Now I'm going to show you if this will work. This I got for 99 cents. I got this part.
Oh wow.
It didn't have anything with it. It didn't have it was just the porcelain, but it looked like it was a lamp.
Uh-huh.
So I took it to, there's a lady who does lamps right up the street. And I got this cute little thing with it.
Right.
So I had her turn it into a lamp, but I paid 99 cents for this part.
Oh wow.
So, and that was Salvation Army. So I did find, but I like to do stuff like that too. If I see possibility of, taking something and making it into either what it once was, or, I
Now, was that originally a lamp, or it just didn't have the top piece?
It was originally a lamp because it had drilled in. It had this
Bottom?
hole drilled in,
Oh yes.
and it had the hole up here.
Okay.
But it just was 99 cents for this. It had none of the other parts to it.
And is that one of those Japan pieces?
I think so.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah, it didn't have any markings on it. I don't know. I just liked it, and I'm like, you know what?
That's cute though.
For 99 cents, I'm gonna.
Yeah. I would have never thought of getting it back into. I would have never thought of that.
But,
Good morning, Stu. How are you doing? Good to see you. Let's see. Oh my God, ceramic kitty cat. Yep.
yeah,
Your acting heart. Yes. So if you haven't checked out our channels, you get to meet Snowflakes, her cat.
yeah. It's a very
usually-
temperamental cat who wants to be on the show, but then doesn't want to acknowledge me.
Exactly.
You
Like
see,
the
she
one
literally turned the other way. I tried to give her a kiss, and she's like, "Ha."
especially when you were on the one where you were showing the yard stuff that you picked up, especially that frog. Yeah. You went to give her a kiss and she turned her head completely away.
She went like that. I'm like,
yeah,
you little witch. Story of my life.
Let's see. Carol says we need to take a ride and meet up at the booths Johnny has. Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, I would love that.
Yeah, I just brought Saturday. I just brought 2 large IKEA bags full of stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is
so
awesome.
I've been putting in more of older style vintage jewelry, higher piece type with name brand names on them, and Fenton.
Now, where do you find your stuff, Johnny? Where do you?
Well, when I go sourcing, depending on where I'm at, like a lot right now is coming from my collection. But when I do, like, for example, Miss Carol, her and I, her husband will find, Mr. Steve will find stuff throughout the house. We can be on the phone or we could be chatting, and all of a sudden we can be on live like this after the shows, and he'll start bringing stuff up. And it's like, next thing you know, we're talking pricing, and next thing you know, I'm getting it from them. So that's one of my connections. I do thrift shops, depending on where we can go. We haven't done a lot of that since we've been with the pandemic, but just starting to get back into it. Our garage sales, mostly estate sales.
Yeah.
I find a lot of great stuff. There's 2 companies that I follow, and they're always making great deals, bundle deals. There was this one estate sale, garage sale we went to before the pandemic, and I wound up filling 2 IKEA bags full. And I asked the guy, I said, okay, how much you want for all of it? He just looked at me and said $30. I couldn't get the $30 fast enough. And a lot of the stuff was old, like Jimmy the Cricket puppets, things that were still new, games that were still new in the pack, albums, vinyl albums, still brand new sealed. Yeah. A whole bunch of antique crystal ceramic pieces. It's just amazing when you can find them still in the box at that time. So I tend to go more to estate sales, but I do have 2 that I do follow here. Yeah. I have a lot more at my lake house that I'm getting ready to bring in back home when I get a chance, because I have a case, a glass display case full of Fenton there as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's nice.
So again, it's mostly estate sales where I get a lot of that.
I just bought land with my niece. We just bought land in Maine on a lake.
Oh, cool.
So I'm kind of excited about that.
Yeah.
I'll have to thrift shop for that place.
I on estatesale.net right now looking for the weekend. Yeah, and that's a good thing about it. But once you get connections, one of the things I recommend, if you go to estate sales and you happen to get to know who the person is that's in charge of the company, usually they will have a little sign up for you to sign up for their emails notifications.
Oh, okay.
And that's what happened to the 2 I go to. The one I went to with Robert last year, I think it was right before the pandemic started. We went to this one where the guy already knew who I was. I had my GoPro already hooked up. They already know that I do the videos, because the first one I went to, he asked me what I was doing with the camera, and I told him. He said, you got a business card? I said, here you go. And every time they have an estate sale, they'll send me a message on the email letting me know. So you want to be able to get into there if you like what they're doing, because the guy that had dealt this one that I go to, he will let you know, make a pile and we'll do a deal. He'll let you know that too. Here's a spot. You can use this spot or whatever. If somebody's starting to get a lot of things, he'll say, okay, stage it here. We'll give you a price. We'll talk about it after. Yeah. You free up your hands and that kind of stuff. And the new one I went to last year, the lady had, we were joking about, because she heard my accent. She said, where are you from? You're not from here. And so when I told her, she said, oh my God, Cajun cooking. Yes. I said, I even have a cooking channel for that. And so we started talking back and forth, and it was amazing how we connected. And I was getting deals left and right. And I put up 4 boxes and 2 IKEA bags full of stuff. Wow. From them. So yeah, it is a good thing to do and get involved with and meet up with some of those and make connections. Don't be afraid to tell them what you're doing. Right. Those estate sales, you can make some good money with that kind of stuff.
I have questions for people out there too. How do you manage your people call it death pile, money pile, whatever. Like, how much do you keep on hand to list? And
I have a lot, but I do have it organized in boxes or crates. And what I do is I get I also do online auctions. So if I get an invoice, that invoice will stay in that box until I get to it. Now, for me, during the pandemic, when it started and until recently, I have enough that I don't have to worry about going out. And again, I don't say I won't do it. If the opportunity came on, I probably would. But I have enough to run through in case if we do get into another pandemic shutdown. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just saying if. I have enough to last me through the next one again.
Right.
But I have enough to where I either do it, and what I have is either going to be antique booth or on eBay, Mercari, or Etsy. So I have a lot that I can spread across all platforms.
Right.
And then, of course, Bonanza, I do cross post that from eBay to Bonanza.
Okay.
But other than that, I have enough that, again, I'm not going to pass up a deal if we go somewhere and I see something like, especially retail arbitrage. I will pick it up because if I know I can source it and then I comp it, and it's way more like right now I'm going through a lot of, and this is just an example of one. I listed 15 items already this morning, and I've been going through these because I did a large Facebook marketplace buy way before the pandemic. And so I've been listing stuff that I got between it. So now I'm tackling that.
Okay.
My cost of goods per piece that I bought from this $800 bulk buy came out to $4.26 per piece. For example, this is what I'm listing right now. I just listed 15 of these items this morning. It's brand new sealed classic superstar wrestling figures.
Oh, wow.
And I'm listing these right now. I have 4 more left like this to list. But when I do this, it's amazing that when I bought them, not realizing I only paid $4.26 a piece because I bought it as a bulk buy because I have everything from Christmas ornaments. I have a large red crate full. I have over 40-something Stephen King books.
Oh, wow.
That are sitting nicely in milk crate or water crate containers. And so now I'm going through each one of those. Some people may call them anxieties or death piles. I just call it a money opportunity because it's going to be listed. It's just for me, I'm taking my time doing it because, for example, right now I'm getting ready for Q4. These right now are going for up to $60 to $100 a piece.
Wow.
Sold.
No,
so for me, I'm listing them right at the right time because when they were not being able to sell for that price when I first got them. So yes, I did sit on them for that reason, knowing that the ones I already have listed are going for over $100.
Wow.
So you have to know when to list it. And sometimes it's worth sticking down and waiting, sitting on it to see how long it will take to sell.
For the right
but
time.
For some reason lately, I've sold a couple of these so fast that it's like, wow, I can't believe it's sold.
Right.
You know, I was like, now all of a sudden it's starting to sell regularly, just like Funko Pops. I had a whole bunch of them I bought from one person for 19 pieces. Now I'm down to 1. Then I just sold that one yesterday.
Yeah.
So it's like once it sells, it's like a chain reaction. They just start selling and selling. So
now, what is that term you used? I've heard it before. Matter of fact, I was listening. What is it? A Q4 or
Q4 is actually every quarter. You know, I don't know if you know, like when you're doing book work, quarter 1 is January, February, March. That's the first quarter. Q1.
Okay, yep.
Then you have January, February, March. April, May, June is the second, and then July, August, and September is the third.
Okay.
October 1st is starting of Q4, quarter 4. That's the 4th quarter of the year.
And why is that
Every
so
3 months
important?
is a quarter.
Like, is that?
And that's the way you're going to get ready for Christmas.
Christmas. Okay,
a lot of people start looking that early for Christmas stuff.
Okay.
And here we have BMOs.
Yeah,
Good
because I have a
morning,
lot of
hello, and
Christmas
welcome.
stuff.
Hey, how are you guys?
I want to say hello to Michael Sams. Hello, good morning, and welcome. It is so nice to see you. And I noticed you were in the chat, and you were gray. They said cold. Too cold in Maine for them.
Yeah.
Well,
it's hard to find places on the water, money wise.
Right.
So it's beautiful. I'm like excited.
Yeah. So what you got going on, Laura?
Just usual auctions. We added a daytime one on Tuesday with a book sale.
I saw that.
I have a question.
Crazy.
Go ahead.
For you guys.
Okay,
what is the proper time now? I had this the live sale on Monday. So I'm just getting to like weigh things. And what is the time that's expected to get things shipped out? Because I did tell everybody it was a learning curve for me, so it's going to take a little longer. But what is the average Like
Well,
how?
I can tell you what
Majority.
I do.
Okay.
Melanie and I do auctions together. So we do Monday, Tuesday. We're off on Wednesdays. So I do invoices on Wednesday. I try and get everything shipped out if people pay right away. And then we do Thursday, Friday. And then I do invoices Saturday and pack everything. And it goes out on Monday in a perfect world.
That's
Actually, Paul, I just listed a Lawrence Taylor. I have a lot that I just listed, and out of this morning's 15, they were all wrestling figures, including. I'll talk to you more after the show, John. I have some more to list. I'm not finished.
That's what I do, and that's what Melanie does. And then we do have some people that would like us to hold off on their invoice until the end of the week and ship it out, either Saturday or Monday, because they like to buy throughout the week and it saves on shipping. So, that's kind of what we
Hello,
do.
Brandon. Welcome.
all right. That help. I mean, like I said, this is all new to me. So even doing the invoices, I'm like, I just want to make sure I do it right. And
then everybody does it differently. For example,
right.
I know for a fact when we do our hump day auction every Tuesday, Miss Nancy does hers invoicing every Tuesday. So if they have multiple auctions, that gives them a time to add to that invoice and save on shipping. Miss Debbie does hers every Monday. So if they have 2 auctions a week, they can combine them because she offers free shipping if you spend $100 or more. And then for me, if I was to do an auction and I go to invoice, I will, unless I have multiple auctions that week, I will take and send the invoice within 12 hours from the show.
holy crap.
Then that's
Wow.
just me.
It's way
You have
more
to find what
efficient.
works best, but you have to find what works best for you.
Right.
And then once the invoice has been paid, I ask that they pay within 48 hours. So, and once it's paid, it's shipped. So depending on what time of the day determines when I get it shipped. But 9 times out of 10, once it's paid, it'll be packed. Because normally when I'm doing an invoice, it's already packed. So I already know what the size, the weight and everything is to be able to do that shipping. So that way when it's paid, I just got to put the label on it and I'm done.
Yeah.
So you just got to find what works best for you.
Yeah, and I do, like last night after our auction, I got an email from somebody who bought stuff saying, would you be willing to hold the invoice till Friday so that he could buy more stuff? Yeah, no problem. I don't have a problem doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I'll make a draft of his invoice, leave it in draft until the end of the week, and then add to it and finalize it.
Right.
Okay. There's not much out there on how to
ship 1 to 3 days after payment.
There's not much out there on how to actually do the process. So this is like.
Well, and once you get to do it more, you'll get a hang of it to know what is best for you, especially like your speed and how fast they pay. Whenever you do an auction with somebody, you want to make sure you lay it out like I will invoice this after the auction, or I want to make sure you get the invoice, and then once you pay within, you set your limits.
Right.
I've had people reach out to me before an auction, tell me or ask me, look, I don't get paid till this date. Can you at least hold the invoice through that date? I will say yes, because they reached out to me before an auction. I've had that happen many a times, but at least as they communicate with me and ask me first, I have no problem holding an invoice for anybody. But again, they have to let me know, because like I always tell everybody, I don't have my ESP turned on today, so I don't know unless you ask. So that's you open up the link of communications of what you want to get done and how you want it to get accomplished. Hello, Patrick. Good morning. Hello and welcome. There's the link from Melaninum's auction. Good morning, Tracy Cake. How are you doing? Good to see you. Hello, hello, hello. And yes, today at 2:00 is the Hump Day auction. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you for putting those channels. She is very quick at it. So, Laura, tell everybody what you got going on in your neck of the woods, and whose channel you rotate with, and what you got coming up this week.
You got it. All right. As you guys should know by now, it's myself and Melanie Lightbeam. On Mondays, Ella is a permanent part of our Monday auction. All of our auctions are at 7 p.m. Eastern. This week we were on and still are on Melanie Lightbeam's channel. So we have tomorrow night, we will have Horizon Picks on with us. Then on Friday, we'll be back with Marion. Marion is on Tuesdays and Fridays. And it looks like we're going to be adding an afternoon auction on Tuesdays because we're crazy. I don't know why. Next week, we will be on my channel. And it's always Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern.
Okay, so wait, you're adding another one on Tuesday? So you're going to have 2 on Tuesdays?
Yes, we are. We're adding a buy it now. This week we did books. We're going to do books again because we both have tons of books that we have to get moving. And but it'll be a themed buy it now.
Oh,
so
okay.
if it's not books, it'll be plush, it'll be jewelry, whatever we have that we need to get rid of. That'll be in the afternoon about, we're doing it at 1 p.m. Eastern.
All right, I want to answer Tracy Cakes' question. She says, and again, you can answer this too as well, Laura. When doing an auction, what have you found is the best formula? Starting at a bid amount, free shipping or not? I'm very new to reselling. For me, this is what I do. If you're going to do a buy it now, make sure you put up front buy it now. If you want to do, and you need to get, for example, say I'm going to put this up for an auction, and I know for a fact I want to get at least a certain amount, and I know that the shipping is going to cost a certain amount. If you're going to start at a bid and free shipping, you want to make sure you at least know what that shipping cost is going to cost you. If you have to add it into your starting price, that'll cover the free shipping. I personally do not do free shipping, so I do calculated shipping. So that's why it's important. You definitely communicate with those who are in your auction, if you want somebody as a guest or you're doing your own on your channel. Make sure you know that, and then the prices do go up on shipping. So you want to make sure if you're going to start a certain amount that you want to get for it, that you want to offer free shipping, try to make sure you calculate that in your starting price. Because right now, even at the cheapest for priority, if you hit over £1, you're looking at least $7.95, depending on the zip code. So you want to make sure you're looking at, and then again, I'm not saying don't do it, but if you do, that's my suggestion on that. But I don't, because I do calculated shipping. And then again, you can save more on shipping if you do like a certain box size, and then you save on shipping. Even when I do powered ship, I'm saving because my eBay store is tied in with my powered ship, to where I still save money on that. And that's why I save money. And whatever the shipping cost would cost me if I'm doing plus shipping, that's all I charge my customers is what I have to pay. So it's up to you, but that's what I would suggest on that as far as the way I do it. What about you, Laura?
Melanie and I kind of have done it the same way now, and it's kind of calculated. It's not free, but we're kind of doing like the, if it's just like a piece of jewelry, charge them the $3 or $4. It's almost $4 now that it's gone up to. And then we do like a 5, an 8, and then a 10. So we're giving them a break on shipping, even more so than what it may be pirate ship, but we're not doing free shipping.
Now I want to go back to Patrick's comment. Communication is the biggest thing when doing auctions online. You want to make sure you communicate with the shipping. For example, I noticed when Horizon Picks was on my auction we did last Friday, he does something interesting where your first box, whatever you buy, because he does a lot of lots. The first one is $5 flat rate. Then if you buy a second lot, then it's $10 flat rate, and that's it.
Right.
So if you're buying multiples, and again, always make sure you communicate with the people in your chat, letting them know what you're going to do, whether it's a flat rate or calculated shipping or free shipping, and make sure you communicate with your customers in that chat, because that's very important, because of the fact that you want to make sure when showing, for example, I'm going to show this because this is one of the things I'm going to look up. I've been having this for years. This was my collection. It's a teddy bear. So when you're doing your auctions, you want to make sure you actually show everything about that bear. If there's any flaws, the actual design of it. If you got a name, make sure you show everything. If there's any tags, make sure you show the tags on the back of it. You want to make sure you show off the tags on the side, the conditions of every piece, because sometimes you can't, the video itself when you're on live does not do it justice until you get it in person. So you want
That
to make
one
sure
is
you're
super
very,
cute.
I'm sorry, what?
I said that one is super cute.
Yeah, I've been having this one for years. But anywho, you want to make sure you communicate everything. If there's a flaw about something, that is part of communication. You want to make sure you're honest with everything that happens with what you're bringing to the auction. And that's just an example, because of the fact that you don't want an item to get to that person and it's not what you communicated with on the video. Just like on eBay, you can get a return because the item was not as subscribed or described. So you want to make sure you check into that too. That's why it's important for communication.
Now, I have a question about shipping on eBay.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed that when I look at eBay listings, they have the shipping there.
Mm-hmm.
Price. How do they know if they don't know your zip code?
Well, what happens is I set everything at calculated shipping. Now, I do some free shipping on eBay, not everything. For example, I've been doing a lot of the gamings, the different games that I have for sealed. I did do those as free shipping, but I calculated that shipping into my cost because it's going to go first class. It's going to cost me $3.95. That's what I did this morning with one item. When you do calculated shipping, you're still going to put in your measurements. Right. When I do my measurements, I always go at least two, depending on the item. For example, for this, I know it's going to take two rows around that I wrap this with bubble wrap first. Then I put it in a suffocation bag before I put it in a box. So I know what box I'm going to use. And I already know the measurements. So you want to make sure you put the measurements at least 2 inches on all sides, at least, depending on what kind of packing material you're going to use. So if you know you got and another thing is always remember, make sure you have the box that you're going to send this in on hand before you list it. You don't want to have a sale and all of a sudden you have to look for a box, and that's wasting time. So you want to kind of make sure you do have your supplies of shipping boxes.
Now, where do you get your shipping boxes?
All free when it comes to first class through the USPS, United States Postal Service.com. If you want to look at ordering stuff, make sure you order it in advance because a lot of times it does take a while to get. Yes. But if you do an eBay store, depending on what level you have, you do get a free $50 up to, depending on your store, I get a $50. Every quarter, every 3 months, you have 3 months to use it or you lose it. Right. So at the beginning of the month, I usually have a list of what I need that I'm getting low on. I use that gift card or the coupon to get my shipping supplies for the next quarter. And that's where I get those free. Now, if I need things that are
these what you're talking about?
Those are the free priority boxes, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, look on the side of that box. Does it say flat rate or what is that, a regional A, B, large, small?
It just says large mailing box, domestic or international.
Large shipping. No. So that's a flat rate box. Let me see.
Yeah, is it?
Move your hand. Oh. Yeah, that's a large. So that's not a flat rate box. So yeah.
No.
Those you can use and not have to worry. Just remember on priority boxes like that one just says large shipping box.
Yeah.
If you were to need to cut that or Franken box it as they call it, you can do it to that box. You cannot do it to a box that says flat rate in that red little thing where it said large shipping box.
Yeah.
It has the word flat rate. You cannot alter that box.
Okay.
But you can do it on any other box.
So then I'm doing the right thing. I just want to make sure I'm like, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah. And you can use even a box that you can get. Like some people go to Walmart, Home Depot, Lowe's. I stay away from those type of boxes because of the thickness of them.
Yeah.
It depends on what you're shipping. But for me, I stay away from those because of the weight of the box is going to add to your shipping weight.
What's confusing me is in Pirate Ship, it has just a regular box but the same size, and then it has a priority.
If you're not using a priority box,
yeah,
then go to, and if, for example, in Pirate Ship, it only tells you flat rate boxes. So if it doesn't have flat rate box on the box you're using,
yeah,
then go to the brown box and then put your dimensions in.
So I did that right too, because I noticed a big price difference. I went first, I did priority, and then I went to the brown. It was like a $10 difference.
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. It is.
Yeah, that's an expensive mistake to make.
Yes, and you got to make sure you do it right. Yes, that
Yes,
is super
and
helpful.
that's
You're welcome.
I do the
Mel,
same as
hello, good morning, and
Johnny.
welcome. What,
Yeah.
Mel, Lori?
I do the same as you. I order the USPS boxes. Now I also order what I pay for because I do comics. So
Yeah.
I order comic boxes specifically.
I'm going to show you another. I'm going to help Marcus on this question.
So, but for comics, I go on Amazon and pay for the comic boxes.
Okay. I'm learning so much. This is so great. This came right at the right time.
Well, I do. My business is getting to now. Last night I was selling dragons because I'm selling off some of my collections also.
Yeah.
But my normal stuff is comics, graphic novels, and then I do some handmade stuff. So,
Do you have any of The Walking Dead? I love that show.
I just sold a big batch of Walking Dead comics. I may have some more coming.
Okay, I'll have to look out.
All right, I'm going to show you an example. If you have a store on eBay, even this box they're using, it can go first class. These are used for either albums, vinyl albums, or books. If you look on the inside, they do have perforated lines.
Yep.
That you can adjust the box in any way you need.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so basically you fold them on the lines and you basically fold them. And it is an eBay box. And it is used for albums, books. That's what I use. And what I like about it is I'm going to show you one that I already have folded that I just got in. But also, I use my main box sizes that I use, an 8x6x4 is my biggest one because I use them for hats. I use them for Funko Pops and anything that'll fit in the 8x6x4. And this is also non-markable. It's not marked eBay because I get these from Uline because eBay 9 times out of 10 doesn't have them. But if you use an eBay coupon, and then I have like a 6x4x4, a 6x5x5, and this one is a 9x5x3. Some of these I use for certain things, and that's why these are my common size boxes. So if you don't get them on eBay with the eBay marking on them, you can only get things that are marked with eBay on your coupon. But with this, I either use Uline or I still get them through eBay, but they don't come with your coupon. So you can buy these as well. And they're all recyclable. That's why I always use those type of boxes because everything that I use is some type of recyclable item.
Yep.
So let me get that other box that's folded so you can see what it would look like after folded.
And the other thing I use is I recycle the boxes that I buy from people and they come to me. I break them down. I have them in a bigger box all lined up, and I will reuse those unless the box is like trashed. Then you don't want to use it again. But if the box is in good condition, I will keep it and reuse it.
Yeah, I've done
same with bubble wrap, same with everything. I keep all that stuff and recycle it.
Now I'm going to show you that box that when I showed you that I use for records and books.
Right.
I'm going to cover the label because I got something in the mail that came in with it. This is what it would look like when you fold it.
Oh, okay.
And it's perfect.
Yep, those are like comic boxes.
And then you can also get the recyclable stickers. If you use recyclable things through eBay, they do sell the packs of eBay recyclable stickers that you can use, letting your customers know I recycle. And it's not that, if you do that, you can put it on the box. So they do have that as well. But I use Uline, or some people go and get them from some of the stores in your area, like Family Dollar, Dollar Tree.
Yeah.
Your local, if you have a store that you can make connections with the manager, they'll even have you with the boxing, like the fillers and the packing material and stuff like that.
Yeah.
She goes to the Dollar Tree, Dollar General. Good morning.
Yeah, I mean they have boxes too if you need something.
Right.
Yeah.
And I've gotten really good at Frankenboxing stuff.
Thank God I only have 15 things to mail out. But you think it was like
sometimes on their
million.
ship. Yes, they do. But again, you can get them wherever you find that's the cheapest. I have a friend that saves the boxes, bubble wrap, and that's another thing. I still to this day, since I've been on eBay and I moved here from Louisiana, I am still going through the packing material that I got that I saved from when we moved, and the moving company used all the packing materials to give us to move our stuff.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
still going through that now, and that's been past 2 years.
People have mentioned Bubble Boy or something that they send you.
That's the big rolls, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if you know somebody who has an affiliate link, go through their affiliate link, because that only helps you get a discount, but it gives them a kickback too for you supporting them through an affiliate link.
Because that's expensive, I find, the bubble wrap.
Yeah.
That's why I keep all the bubble wrap that comes to me.
Yeah.
I will unfold it, and I have a big bag of it sitting over here that I go through.
Too, especially breakables. I'm so paranoid. I pack it like I use tons of it.
I started in the vintage world with this stuff, and I decided a while back that I was not doing breakable glass stuff like that.
Marcus says I do the same thing with priority boxes and poly mailers, but I have someone attacking me in the comments for doing so. I'm going to give you a word of advice. If you're using a priority box and you're putting in a poly mailer, that's illegal. So don't get caught, because I've seen people who have mailed things to me in a priority box, in a box in a bag for pirate ship, and it got torn. And I guess it depends on your mail carrier or whoever you got that handles it at the time. You can get in trouble for doing that, because you're not supposed to put a priority box in a poly bag or as a bag in a box, box in a bag. So be careful with that. Don't want to get caught. Let's see here. And again, everybody does it their own way, but I personally would not want to do that and get caught, because you got to remember, they're giving it to us for free, but you don't want to be caught with that kind of handling of the priority boxes. Mm-hmm. It's all free. Do you mean they attacked you, saving them? Yeah. Morning, Larry. Welcome. Good to see you. She said it against the law, and we can check the box. Yes, it is against the law for the priority boxes being put in a poly bag. If for some reason you ship something out and it gets torn or damaged, and you go to try to do a case, that's the first thing I want to see. How was it packed and shipped to you? And if that happens, you can get a fine for that.
Wow.
What is the attack, Marcus? And that's not right. They shouldn't be attacking you, because I've seen a lot of people do it. When you order from Uline, do you primarily look up for 32, etc.? No, I just go to Uline, uline.com.
Yeah.
But I already have a set order that I do regularly. And when I go through my supply, then I have a backup. I always keep a backup. If I'm grabbing that last pack of box size, I'm putting it on my list to order. Because that means I'm not going to run out, because the bundles are pretty thick, like 25 to a wrap, and sometimes when you order a case, it comes 2 packs to a box. So,
yeah, I just ordered a bunch of boxes from USPS for fourth quarter, because I'm going to need them.
Yeah. Hi, Julia.
But I only order a couple different sizes, so.
Yeah, but you just don't want to take that chance. I know Paul said it's very seldom, but you just want, and a package gets messed up and they can see it, they can do it. I don't know that. I didn't know that. Yeah. I know that's why I asked where getting the first class boxes. And again, if you get orders coming in, you can recycle those boxes. Now, I did do a video that I need to put out. If, for example, you see a box that you get in the mail, if it's kind of damaged or you see that it's been worn out by multiple uses, and you can tell, if that box is not in good standard, don't reuse it, because that's just weakening the box of its strength. If a box comes in and it's damaged, it's going in the recycle bin. I'm not reusing it to reship. So be careful.
I agree.
I'm reusing this box, but it says eBay on it. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The thing is, you just want to make sure that the box is not torn down or broken down or damaged, so it doesn't affect the way that's delivered for your customer.
Okay.
Can you explain the bag in a box, or I don't understand that concept? I'll be right back with getting you one of those too.
Yeah, I don't understand that either.
It will save
Julia,
you
hi
on shipping.
Julia.
It will definitely save you on shipping.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like Melanie and I, we can send out a pretty good sized box, and
All right,
and
I'm
it,
gonna use this as
like
an
our max is
example.
like $12.
I'm gonna use this as an example. They have the poly bags that does not have the bubble inside of it, which I very rarely use. But most of my bags all have poly in it, the little bubbles. For example, I'm gonna use this as an example. The box I just showed you. Say this box is ready and it's all sealed, ready for the go. And it was a priority box or any box, it doesn't matter. A box in a bag means taking this box and putting it in this bag and shipping it. That is called a box in a bag. A bag can be any size poly, whether it's got bubble in it or not. That means this box, if you have a bag filling up big enough, it's more of a box in a bag, which you can find more on Pirate Ship than eBay. But that's what they mean by a box in a bag. Taking a box in a bag that's either bubble or not, and they do sell both. And that's considered a box in a bag.
Now, how does that save you money?
Because the rates on Pirate Ship are a lot cheaper than just the box.
Okay.
Because you're only measuring the length and the width,
When you
not
put
the
your
height.
measurements in, you have to measure width and width before you put anything in that bag. That is your actual measurements that you put. And again, there is a maximum of 18 by 18 inches for a bag and a box to qualify.
Correct.
Wow.
So you're only, instead of giving the dimensions of the box like it asks for, the length, the height, the width,
right.
This is only
Width,
the measurement
height,
of the bag,
width.
the length and the width.
So basically, you're mailing it like a poly mailer.
Yeah.
Correct.
And it gives it more stability. That's why some people do it. But I've seen a lot of people that when they say bag in a box in a bag, they'll use the black trash bags, the lawn bags, or a regular white trash bag as well. Now, is that legal? I don't know. I don't do it. So I wouldn't know for sure if that is legal or not. That's a question I need to ask my mail clerk. Good morning, hello, and welcome, Dala, Dr. Jennifer. Hello, good morning, and welcome.
I order bigger poly because I use the poly for various things, but I order like
I'm gonna give you
bigger
a
poly that a box can go into.
I use this mainly for when I'm sending in international shipping, because I know it's going to Kentucky or wherever the main shipping place is. They will take it out of whatever you ship it and ship it their own way. So that's where I'll do a box in a bag, because I'll do that in a box and then I'll put it in a bag to ship there as well. And that's only for global shipping. That's why priority boxes are now stamped inside and out. Yes, that's another thing. Some people have even taken a box, open it, and flip it. You can't do that because it's already marked priority in the box itself on the outside. Why do that? I don't know, but I've seen it. And they do open media. Yes, they do open media mail. So if you do send something media mail, they have that right to open it. And if it's not what you're supposed to be mailing in a media mail bag, they will not ship it back to you or return it to you or ship it to your buyer. So be careful. I don't use media mail. Believe it or not, I use first class. To me, I find it's cheaper and you get there faster. Johnny, do you use a box resizer when franking boxing? Yes, I do. I have two ways of doing that.
This is awesome. I'm learning so much. I love it.
When I do franking boxing, I'm going to give you a tip. If you're using a priority box and it has on there flat rate shipping, do not, and you cannot, resize, change the size, change it, however you want to call it, of the flat rate box of priority. Now, if it's just a regular priority box that doesn't have anything that says flat rate, you can franken box it all you want. You can resize it to whatever you need. But just remember, if it says flat rate, you cannot franken box it. I have one of these. It's basically, I take whatever size I need, I put this on the lip of the box, and then I push the handle, and it has these little gears that roll.
Oh.
And I just basically gives it a perforated line. So when I'm doing it and I'm doing the handle and it pushes it in, it just rolls and makes that little line for me. And then I take and cut it with the corners of the box with a box cutter, and I can resize it from there. You can do any kind of Franken box as long as it's not flat rate priority.
I have never even seen one of those, Johnny.
Wait, I just started a use disclaimer in my video saying not to do it, but everybody else is right not to be able. Yeah, it's being done though. People were getting it. I was not. Yeah, and it happens. Cameron, hello, good morning, and welcome. I've been packing and lurking. Thank you for being here. Got to get back to work. And to wonderful. You too. Have a great Wednesday. Every day is great, but yeah, it's so good to see you. I didn't know that. I'm sorry, but and people do attack others when they do that. And for me, when I'm seeing somebody doing a video that they've sold this and how they're packing it, I don't even make comments because, one day it's going to happen where they can get caught. It's going to happen. But I don't want to be the one to get caught.
Mm.
I learned it from Kevin. Commonwealth picker is multiple. Yeah, he does. He's real good with that. 18 by 18 is the maximum specifications for that. Yes, that is correct.
18 by 18 and 20 pounds.
Yeah. I never looked cheaper. It never looks cheaper to me when you put the real dimensions in a bag. Always comes out the same price. Well, but that's what they want you to do. They want you to make sure you measure the length and the height before you put anything in a bag. Because if you look on Pirate Ship, it's only asking you for the length and the width, not the height. Well, I just checked in, my last 14 deliveries came. Awesome. And welcome, Kevin. Various boxes wrapped in plastic bags. I don't even know what qualifies. I ship Pirate Ship and do not use plastic. What is the correct way? If you're doing, and again, I don't know because I need to talk to my, she's very helpful because I just found out you can also get UPS delivered to your P.O. box. I didn't know that until yesterday. So you can do a shipping to a P.O. box to somebody for UPS. Again, I'm not sure. I'm going to have to ask her when I go today because that is a good question that I would want to be asking myself as well. Because I get that all the time where I'm getting black bags wrapped around boxes. They call it a bag in a box. A box in a bag, I always say backwards. Or in white trash bags the same way. But the bad thing about it, they're getting so damaged that you can still see what's in the box on the outside of it. So even if it's 18 by 18 by 3, it doesn't matter. Yes, it's going to be the length and the width. They don't count the height.
Yeah.
If you're doing it through a Pirate Ship. Now with eBay, when you're doing it through eBay, they're going to ask you for all sizes. Let's see. That's correct.
All right. This is a Pirate Ship thing.
Yeah. But even on eBay, you still have to do the height, width, and length on eBay. But on Pirate Ship, you just need the width and the length.
Yeah. Yeah. This is, I don't know whether Shippo does it or not because I haven't used them.
I haven't either.
But Pirate
Thank
Ship
you,
is the
I
one
took care of it. Thank you. Good morning, Judy May. Go ahead, Lori.
I just said Pirate Ship is the one that specifically does the box in a bag thing.
Right.
And I don't wrap in trash bags. I buy the poly bags.
Yeah, only you do poly bags. And I do have some that don't have the bubble mailer in it, but I very seldom use those. And I do only have those depending on what I'm shipping. Judy May says, good morning. Let's see.
Where do you get your poly mailers from, Johnny?
Those you can get from eBay. Again, if you have a store, you can go on and use your coupon to get them for free, but it has to have the word eBay on it. Now, if you don't want to have eBay on it, I do also through Uline. I'll get like the packs of bubble mailers. Or if you go on YouTube, on eBay, you can also put poly bags. I get some poly bags. I use the purple color. And what I like about these,
I order mine from Amazon and I get the teal ones.
Amazon. I think I got some teal ones too. Are they bubble? I
order both. I order bubble and I order the without the bubble.
All right. This is what I use. These are my typical sizes that I use. Now I
Yeah,
buy
those
these.
are the ones I buy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if I go through eBay, I will use these, but I have multiple sizes of these, or I'll use these depending on the size of what I need. And these are a little bit more thicker, so I use these as well. And it's got the little bubble mailer on the inside. Or if I'm doing it for like bingo, I don't use eBay ones. I use these. Same thing with the bubble mailer on the inside. Or I'll buy them by the different sizes.
Okay.
And then again, they come in different sizes. These are my main 3 sizes that I use, so that's the only reason I keep these sizes at all times. You can also find those on eBay where you can buy them by a bulk amount, 25, 50, 75, 100. So yeah, that's where I order mine at on eBay.
Okay.
Or
And
Uline.
I buy from Amazon.
Yeah. And that's what I like about the morning show. If somebody's asking a question, I will answer it the best that I can. So what I want to do is I'm going to share my screen real quick because I want to clarify that comment in reference to, I got to sign in first before I open it.
But this is great. I'm learning so much. This is just in time for me to ship things out.
We
All
try.
right, let me get off of this. Okay. Now I'm going to share my screen. For those who use, I did sign up for Shippo, but I don't use it because I find Shippo is only using UPS, Federal Express, or DHL. So those I try to stay away from because of the price they charge.
Right.
The bag.
That's why I don't use Shippo either.
Before or after the part ship been told by either. Okay, that's what I'm going to show you. For example, I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to show you. This is strictly pirate ship.
Yeah.
I don't use Shippo, but if those who use Shippo maybe can help on that. Okay, let me take your comment down. If you're in, this is a pirate ship. For example, I'm going to use myself, but I'm not going to do information and addresses here. I'm mainly doing this for shipping. So I'm going to change this because I have 2 different addresses. When you go right here, tracking a package.
Right.
When you go to use a package, you're going to tap on this first because this is where you're going to use a regular box. If it's only, say, for example, you're using a pirate ship and you're shipping a regular box and you want to do a poly bag. You're going to do the box right here and drop it. Open it up. Right now, you're going to see only priority flat rate packaging right here because this is all for anything that has to do with, like, for example, USPS Regional A, Regional B, flat rate international, or you have padded flat rate envelope, padded flat rate, the mailer legal envelope, that's the cardboard ones, or you have the flat rate envelopes. So this is where you're going to use these if it's priority and you're using those packaging items. But if you're using a box in a bag, you're going to use it right here where it says envelope, padded envelope, poly bag, soft bag, or box in bag. So when you click on this, the only thing it's going to ask you is for the width and the length. That's it.
Right.
And then your average weight in pounds and ounces, and that's it. But if you're looking to do something other than priority or regular shipping, you need to do quality. Look right here where it says extra service. I'm going to show it for right now. Just there's nothing. But if you hit extra services at no extra charge, that's where you're going to find your media mail. And if you want to add insurance, you're going to add it here. If you're looking for a confirmation signature, you can add it here. All of this is where you can add your items right here in Pirate Ship. So if you're doing a box and a bag, it does not matter because they're only asking for the length and the width of the box and the bag. And 9 times out of 10, it's usually your bag, a poly bag that you're using. Now, some people are using garbage bags. Then you still need to do your width and your length. I don't know how they do that. I would probably do the width and length after it's been wrapped. So therefore, you would have to do the width and the length of the box. And that's where you'll find all of this at. And then again, if you're not using a poly bag, but you're using a box, and you're not using a priority box, then you would see once you click on that, it would automatically ask you for length, width, height, and pounds and ounces. Automatically. Any questions? So that's just basically a pirate ship. So hopefully that helps you in your questions on the bag in a box, a bag, or a box, or priority.
It's a big help.
Let's see, where was I at? Here we go, right here. Understand, and then I saw Patrick's. That's what was at next. I'm trying to get caught up where I was at in the chat. YouTube web and holiday shipping. Good morning. I'm just trying to make sure I don't lose myself because this thing goes fast if I don't.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's where I was at. All right. Larry's saying then it takes link for hers. I saw Swamp Picker in here. Swamp, Glenn, how's everything in your area, Louisiana? My Frankenbox looks so bad, and it will happen when you're doing it. But the more you do it, the easier it'll get. And those you can buy. Even they even have the ones that are like a box cutter that has the wheel on the end of the box cutter. If you want to use something like that as a Frankenbox as well. Is this U.S. state? Yes, it is the U.S. The one I'm showing you is off of Pirate Ship. But it's basically the same thing if you're using it. This is part of USPS. This is not United States Postal Service. It's not UPS. It's not Federal Express or DHL. This is strictly for USPS. I've not seen anywhere where I could do other than that. So unless somebody else knows something, I don't know. Is the max, yes. Yes, and it does, and that's why I'm showing everybody to help. Do sell resizers. I don't sell them. I bought that on eBay, or it might have been Amazon. One of those. Thank y'all for the great questions, and I love helping. But you can find them either on eBay or on Amazon, and they're just called the Boxer Resizer.
Yeah, I have never seen one of those, Johnny.
Oh, I love it. I love it, especially when I got the box that I can take and put one and close the bottom up already, put everything I want inside of that box. And as long as I take and perforate it on the inside, that'll make my folds. Right. And then what I do is I cut the sides up, the sides with the box cutter. And when I fold it in, if it overlaps, guess what I'm doing? I'm cutting that extra that overlaps because I'm not only taking off ounces on it, I'm not having it too far away. It's still going to be covered when I bring the other two sides up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. My local grocery store. Yeah, you can find your boxes at local grocery stores, your Dollar General store, Family Dollar, anywhere where they want to get rid of them and let you have them, they'll give them to you. Garbage bags, it's not garbage bags, but it's not good packing. Exactly. I don't use it. I refuse to use it. I just don't like the way it looks.
Julia's asking me when I'm going to do another sale. And I haven't even shipped for this one, but I didn't tell her I broke the internets.
Cheryl, I'm not sure, but I'm assuming they do because I get them all the time. Whether it's a black bag or a white bag, I get them. I just find, to me, that's tacky, but people do it. The re-wrench fix. Did I do it? I thought I gave it back to you. Let me see. Kathy's Corner. Hello. I'm getting there. I'm sorry. I'm just answering questions as we go, and I'm trying to find it. Idaho Brother Hunter. I see you don't have a wrench either. I'm trying to get back and see. Did I give it to you, J. Marie? I thought I did. Yeah, I gave it to you. Okay. Let's see. Judy May. Shipping anything to experience, and it's going to be once you get started, it's going to be it'll come naturally the more you do it. I haven't had a box in a bag method save me money yet. I think you need, and I don't use it. I don't do that. Johnny, Shipping 101 show, super helpful. Thank you. You're welcome. I love helping, and if anybody asks, I will do the best I can. And if I don't know it, I'll find it. I'll get the answer somehow, or somebody can help us in the chat. And I've been doing this now for 2 years, but guarantee you, when I first started, there was a lot of research I was doing to make sure that if I had a question about something, I was researching it to find it. But then the rest came natural. As the more you do it, it's easier.
Yeah, it gets easier as you go.
And you can deliver your boxes to the post office. Now, I don't do the black bag or the white bag. So I've had people deliver it here. I've had some that were damaged, torn, and all that stuff. So If that's something you want to do, that's up to you. But I personally don't do it for two reasons. One, it's tacky for me, and I prefer not to do that.
And I buy the ones from the poly mailers from Amazon, and that's what I use. I buy the plain ones, and then I buy the bubble ones. So I have both.
Edward. Yeah. Do you use UPS or FedEx Express? I do use, especially depending on what I'm doing. I will use UPS and Federal Express. Now remember, UPS, you will normally go to a UPS the distributor. Federal Express, you can also go to either the distributor or your local Walgreens, because most of your Walgreens will take them. So always look up for the areas and who takes them. She must have lost her internet. Also, wrap your packages in trash bags. You will have to tape it to death. Yeah. And again, I think that's tacky, but people do it, and I just don't like doing it. Good morning, Kathy. Good morning, Greg. My max bag is 18 inches before you use it. Exactly. You have to measure before you put anything in a bag.
Yep.
But again, I don't know how they get away with the other things. Again, that's not me. I don't do it, but there are people that do it. Philly head screwdriver is unused recyclable box. All right, Philip had screwdrivers that you needed to recycle box. Yeah, that's true too. What is the shipping show? Awesome. Oh, it just so happened to turn that way because of questions that were coming in, Roy. And so, we answering questions and showing what I can. UPS right now, whether it's cheaper. Yeah, and again, it depends if you have to use it. Good morning, Glenn. Finally got power. That is awesome, Glenn. Is everything okay for your end, Glenn? Oh, I just realized it was still Lars. When you came in automatically, it did that.
I'm like, am I the only one here?
No, you're all here. It just happened to be that way.
I don't like
repeat what you were saying. You got Skippy. Miss Helen. Miss Ellen.
Looks like she's having internet problems.
Yeah, she's frozen. Jimmy is 6 away from 100, y'all. See if y'all can help him get to his 100. Do you use a screwdriver to recycle? It can happen. Yeah. Some power here and there. Don't forget everyone, first class went up today at 6.2%. I have to say my first class package I packed this morning was only $3.95. So I guess it depends on what and where. I'm not sure.
I think it went up 20-some cents. Because I know I used to be able to ship a first class for like $3.12.
Let's see. I'm saying they do. I'm a retired postal worker. Oh, okay. Thank you. I asked them yesterday because I wasn't sure, because I did see the UPS truck there. And somebody asked me because I was getting something from someone, and they asked me, does your PO box accept UPS? And I actually just said no, not thinking of maybe asking, and I did yesterday, and they told me. So I'm glad I know that now, that I can use it for my when they use it. Great show, Johnny. Got to run. Thank you so much, Avery. Any day you want to come in and ask questions, it's always up for you to do. You're more than welcome. And again, if I don't have the answer, 9 times out of 10, somebody else in the chat may have something. And again, everybody who does it differently. Whatever you can learn from it and add to your business practices and helps you do your and I always say like this: work smarter, not harder. For that reason. Miss Helen, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Okay, I just want to make sure you're back.
Yep.
Let's see what this comment. That's what
I had to take a bathroom break.
You're good. Yeah, I want to make sure you were still here because you were frozen a little bit. Johnny and other hosts, what do you use to ship small glassware? A lot of packing. A box in a box. I'll float a box in a box. But for me, I don't do a lot of glass. I do all my glassware in my antique booth. So I ain't got a mallet. That's what I do. Well, good morning, sir.
Quit doing glass.
See, I'm nervous.
You'll be all right.
Hello.
Packing is important. And what about you, Laura? How do you do glassware?
I didn't hear the beginning of that. Oh, sorry.
That's right. Johnny
I
and others,
quit.
what do you use to ship small glassware?
I
Laura?
basically quit doing glassware, but before, lots of bubble wrap and a box with so that the glass or any part of my bubble wrap is not touching a side. Pack it down in there, pack it on bottom and on top of the glass, and pray as you mail it.
Yeah, that's why I tend to keep them from my antique booth. Roy, how do you do glassware?
Oof.
Or do you do glassware?
I felt compelled to
very
jump
carefully.
on. What's that? I
said,
felt
very carefully. All right, go ahead, Roy.
I felt very compelled to, jump on. The shipping thing is like, it's one of those. Yeah, glassware. Honestly, I avoid it mostly. It's a price point thing for me. I'm really going for stuff that's really going to get me that ROI. I really give some thought, especially with eBay and glass. Auction maybe a little different, but to ship it, it's almost like individual little boxes in an outer box. It's all floated, wrapped, compartmentalized. The biggest thing that I don't know if I heard it, Johnny, but I would just say is that, there's something called shipping speeding. If people out in this community, and some do, some don't, do things, and you could do it on eBay too. It's eBay speeding in another form. But if you continue to do that, you might get away with it. But eventually, I think I saw somebody in the chat, the Postal Service will come after you, charge you, FedEx, etc. Pirate ship will come back and charge you. So just be careful of that.
I want to make a comment about that because I see where J. Marie made a comment about that. If for some reason you accidentally or on purpose, it doesn't matter, you accidentally or don't, and you do it on purpose as far as the size, the weight, the measurements, trust me, they will check it when they receive it. And if anywhere along the delivery that they catch that the measurements or the weight is wrong,
right,
they will charge your account on file with eBay or wherever account you use. They will charge you the difference. And guess what? They're going to take it out of your account. So be careful and make sure it's the right weight, size, and measurements. Because if not, they will come back to your account and get their money.
Nice to meet you, by the way. Hello, I'm Roy, by the way.
Hi.
Yeah.
Jimmy in the house. Hello, Jimmy. Maybe they were just not using correct measurements, though. I've usually used Federal Express once. And that's true. If you accidentally, it happens. I've done it once where I'm in the middle of doing the bingos, for example. And I got a list of everybody who won. And I'm sitting there putting the measurements in. And I actually put the wrong measurement in. It happened to me one time where they came back in my account and took the difference. So, yeah, you got to be careful.
I would say, too, Johnny, along those lines, with shipping, I think everybody gets this like anxiety, right? I think it's like, better to have it be late than wrong. That's, don't feel like, especially with eBay, because sometimes you'll make it up in shipping, right? Sometimes Postal Service might get it there. Sometimes they don't. Might get it there early. So don't stress about that. And if you have a bugger or two, maybe leave it and do the other stuff and come back and really take your time, especially depending on this, right? If it's really, if somebody paid, I'll tell you, I've said it before, I'll say it again. If I drop over, say, $60, $75 on like shirts, don't send it in a sloppy bag that just gets thrown on my door like a sack. Please put it in a box, in a bag, but do it right. Now he kind of went over that, so please do that.
Does anyone sell original art or crafts on Etsy? I only sell my homemade quilts that I make on Etsy.
And I do have an Etsy store.
What, Laura?
I said I do have an Etsy store. I don't have much in it at the moment.
Okay.
But I do have one.
What about you, Roy?
I've considered it. Friends of mine, several I know on YouTube and eBay do it. It is anything handmade, unless it's something really niche that people, I think, on the eBay are gonna go. Yeah, Etsy's great for stuff like that. Absolutely.
Well, good luck and good finding some good stuff, Jennifer. Let's see. No, it does not. They were talking back and forth. It's probably big as your hand. Good morning, everyone. Good luck.
And I've added multiple things recently. Like I'm doing Amazon merch now, and I'm also doing KDP. So that on top of Melanie and I keep adding auctions to our schedule. We're just nuts.
I keep everything organized in my shipping station, so that's why I was getting some other
I know
things.
how
For
you
example,
do it.
if you recycle stuff, eBay has these little stickers that you can put on your boxes for people to let them know, look, I do recycle. There's a larger sticker.
Yep.
Or
that's
the
great.
smaller one.
Yeah, that's great.
Yep.
Yeah.
That lets them know that, yes, you do recycle. And something that somebody referred to me about that I did finally get in, for CDs or DVDs or gaming devices that I get, I finally got them in. It's little security stickers.
There you go.
Oh,
It's been
yeah.
removed.
Sure.
Yep.
That way, if they return it when that sticker's been removed, you can put in the disclosure of your description that will not be taken back if it's been busted open.
I used to use those. When I was.
I have a
Go ahead. I'm gonna
I
make you
have
big
a
so we get
question.
you.
Julia's in the chat.
Uh-huh.
I have people at the live sale that bought multiple glass items. So now I have to ship a bunch of glass items in one box, and I'm quite nervous about that.
So wait, they bought it from your
So
antique booth?
No, they bought it on our live sale.
my live sale.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So I have they bought a bunch of stuff, like 4 or 5 things.
Right.
So
Well, you can do it
okay,
a
so she's
couple
like
ways.
paper wadded up,
Thank you,
hair
Cheryl.
pillows, and packing peanuts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also,
I hate packing peanuts, so I don't use them a lot.
All right.
But I will bubble wrap the crap out of something. Make sure there is no glass touching the sides of the box.
Yeah.
So you want to pack around it, on bottom, on top.
yeah. Rachel did a video on how to ship glass. So if you want to check out her channel, that's
right.
I think
right there. Go ahead,
if,
Roy.
just from what I would suggest, how many pieces is it? How many pieces is it?
Well,
well,
I got these a whole set.
How many pieces is it? Just in general.
Well, I know you have 2, 4, 5,
3, 4, probably about 5.
Are we losing her?
About 5.
And they're small.
About 5. Okay. I would the thing with glassware, super fragile type stuff is just like in your mind's eye. Think of like how big all of it is, and then you're going to go even bigger, and then it's going to be in its own thing inside that, right? So I would probably go. It almost sounds like you might want to go with that 12 by 12 by 8 box, the big box, not the flat rate.
Right. That's what I was thinking.
And then you're gonna, like I said, almost bubble the crap and have it in. I love the lesser cardboard box, the thinner cardboard boxes inside the bigger box. So it basically, and then those. So it doesn't move.
Right.
It doesn't move. It can't move, right? So if some stupid postal worker tries to just goes, oh, here it is, and they toss it on your door, it's.
And a lot of times, I don't know if Cheryl says she used to work for the post office, so I'm not sure if this is true or not, but I've heard that do not put fragile or breakable on the box because it just makes them even more worse that they're going to take and actually do it. So be careful with that. I don't do it. Glenn, I understand. I know things were happening, so I understand. But you know what? We missed you in bingo. But that's good. At least you're okay. Honestly, it
Do
seems like
not
that's
put
making
fragile
more
on
than
it.
eBay artwork. Yeah, it does, but it takes a while to sell. And it's got to be the right person looking for that. I don't do the box in a box for my glassware. I've never had anything break. And again, in the way you make sure, like Laura said, just make sure it's not touching the sides. If you can have it floating in a box somehow, then leave it that way and you'll be fine.
Yeah, I think that each item, like for me, I don't even compute pirate chip and glass. Like to me, that's like I can't even get that in this, right?
One thing I have to say, I do a lot of glass breakable Christmas ornaments. And I found a way that I don't have to worry about over packing it is I take the box and I basically do bubble wrap on the inside the box.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of helps separate each one of them. And then I bubble wrap that again, put it in a poly mailer, then I put it in a box. Now, for me, is it over packing? Not to me, because I've had every single one of them give me feedback on how well it was delivered and shown the same way that they got it the same way it was shown on my account. So you want to make sure you do that as well. Everybody packs differently. You're just going to find the right way that works for you, the way you don't get damaged out into your customer. What you bringing to us, Julie?
Hang on a sec. Hey,
Somebody's
Julie.
got a phone call.
That was my jam. Don't stop.
I will say that I just recently had a glass piece break.
Okay.
I don't even know why, because it was a large glass decanter and it was in 2 other boxes. Now, I do not know how the post office managed to deliver the one glass piece broken when it's inside its original shipping box, inside its original box, the foam box that it originally came in. I have no idea how that happened, but it did.
All right, Jennifer put Rachel's link in the chat. If you ever want to catch her link about how to ship glass, there's her link. Check it out. Idaho says that I take a picture of my shipping on my scale, showing the label and the weight in case they say it's not accurate. Before, I was charged at USPS for priority after the fact when I know it was an item that was well under 1 pound. What you want to do is, again, in this case, Idaho takes a picture. I actually ask my customers, depending on who it is, and usually it only happens when I'm doing either bingo or auctions and somebody has a package. I ask them to send me a picture of their package showing the actual package. And again, I do have the sticker on the top that it has like the weight and everything on it, because that way I can prove it. And I have gotten my money back by submitting a picture of the package showing that it should not have been a priority mail, and you can get your money back. So yes, that has happened before to me too.
Yeah, you guys should, I hope people are doing some postal FedEx claims for damage. I mean, give it a shot. Worst thing they could say is denied, but sometimes you get a check in the mail. It is what it is. It's a small little reprieve from a very annoying thing that you've been through. So at least you get that.
Now, Cheryl says it's not true because where she used to work, they took special care of the fragiles, but that's not counting those who are delivering it. But again, every place is different. But I would love to. I have no problem in my area. I have great postal clerks here. I've always had my packages delivered. Now, it may have been from where it was shipped from. I have done some claims, but then you have to fill out the forms, take pictures, bring the original packing, show what was packed and how it was packed, because that's how they'll do it in your local area. That's what I had to do. Every place could be different. So, Julie, are you able to talk?
Yes, I can talk now.
Go for it.
Okay, so shipping glassware really is not that big of a deal. Okay, I just want to come on and say, like, get over it. If that makes any sense. I have shipped out, I don't know how many packages. I have shipped out, I don't know how many packages, and I have not had one single one get broken. And I have done it through eBay, and also I do live sales, and I sell a lot of glassware. So I just saw the comment about pool noodles.
Yep.
I would recommend getting some of those if you have items like this. Okay, so this is very delicate. It's very thin, but I did this just the other day. You cut the pool noodle to be a little bit, I would probably for this one do a little bit longer, like maybe up to here. Cut it that thick of a ring, kind of, and then slice it down one side and like wrap it around this. And that will just give some extra, you know, protection against breaking that narrow, you know, stem.
Well, the best thing too is not only the stem, but the bottom of your hands out and the rim of the glass as well. Yeah.
Right. And so then I would take that and I would wrap that with bubble wrap.
Correct.
And you wrap it around until you can't feel any hard edges. Okay. So like when I've got a box here that I just wrapped. So this is a pretty small item that I have. And I just wrapped it around and I can't feel any, like there's no real hard edges. And then I just put them in a box. So here I've got several items in here. And yeah, they're touching the sides, but they're wrapped so well, you know, like, and then I use cushion in as needed, whatever. And then I ship it like that. And it gets there and it's perfectly fine. Now, if I did have something that was super expensive, like I had a set of large pieces that were, I sold them on eBay for $250 for this set. There was 3 pieces and they were rather large. Again, I wrapped those with bubble wrap like crazy and I packaged them. Now I didn't put those up against the sides. I made sure that there was, you know, cushion, either with I recycle. So I use whatever I have on hand. If that's paper, I don't like to use newspaper right against the actual item. So I'm, you know, I always wrap with bubble wrap before, but yeah, I put some in, you know, as filler, if that makes sense. Or any air pillows or, you know, packing peanuts or whatever. Whatever I have on hand, I recycle and use as cushion around those pieces. And then I wrap them up and I make sure that the box itself, like I reuse the box, but it's not bent anywhere. It's not, you know, crushed before I use it, if that makes sense. And it's a sturdy box. This is an Amazon one, but you know, so you don't want to ship in like a flimsy box that is going to get crushed easily. Exactly. You know, so you just want to be careful with that. And this technically could go inside of.
Right back. I'm hearing some noise. I want to see what it is.
Okay. This technically could go inside of a bag, but this is lightweight, so it is not going to save me any money to put it inside of a poly mailer. So I don't know if people that are using the box in a bag, if it's for heavier items,
It's
you know, like if it's over 4 pounds or something, then it might make a difference. But what I do for that is I just check on GoShippo. I check UPS, and it's usually cheaper that way. So, but you can check that on eBay if you allow, you know, for that to be selected. But anyway, so that's how I do it. And
Thank you. I needed that.
Yeah, I just feel like so many people are scared to ship glassware. It's like,
yeah,
Come
I'm
on,
not, I'm not scared, but I don't
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah.
I'm
That's why I
scared.
got away from
I'll
it.
admit it.
It is a little bit fussy.
I have to ask because I'm seeing this name in the chat. Who is Trevor?
It's a little
Did I miss something
intimidating.
in the chat?
It's
True.
me. It's me. I'm
Okay,
making.
I was like, I see everyone in the chat.
I'm being silly. I gotta type. I'm interacting while she's chatting a little bit with.
Okay, I was just curious. Now, again, I am
not.
not afraid to ship glassware if I have to. But another thing, like you were saying with your boxes, I do buy a box at a time of these tissues. What I like about these is they're very thin, but you can also fold them to protect your stuff in the box as well. And it comes in a big old box like this where it's a long sheet. Different colors, and they're very thin, like tissue paper.
Yeah.
And I'll take and put that on the liner of my box and then put the glassware inside of it because I do have some glassware. I mean, I don't sell a lot on eBay, but
yeah,
when I do use those tissues, fold it, and then give it the side cushions on the side of the boxes as I'm packing it.
So a couple of tips. I see someone mentioned to fill any hollow parts. I do that some just because sometimes it's easier to wrap than like if you've got.
And Jennifer made a good point. If you can't find pool noodles, those insulation pipe covers that you can find at Lowe's or in Home Depot, that'll work just as well to use as that for that as well.
So like this has, like this is big and open and you can put your hand in there. If it's a very small opening, I don't stuff it inside of there because that, you're not going to get it out. That would be frustrating for me to receive that. But I mean, this is sturdy anyway. But yeah, put some, paper in there. I don't use newspaper though inside here because newspaper is dirty. Like
it'll leave the prints from the
it'll
back
leave something inside. Yeah. Don't you love this? I got it as a gift. Anyway, the other thing that I saw is bubble wrap ain't cheap. It's not. But the best place that I have found and is very quick to ship and get it to you is American Bubble Boy. They are very good. I don't have an affiliate link with them, but I know there's some people that do. But American Bubble Boy.
Okay. Right.
I can explain.
As well.
First of all, American Bubble Boy, I'm in. I want to check it out just from that alone. Like, yeah.
I know.
No, awesome. No, and again, I don't want to steal the awesome. I can't. I agree with everything you said with the glass. That's great. I know. Okay, you ready for? Oh, all right.
Well, we got your quote front and center now. It's all you.
Hey now. All right. So here, I'll share something. Like, how about this? Here's a nice, very delicate item. I have one left. I've shipped 6 of these. I'm going to knock on wood. Here, you got to hear it. That's real wood right there. Here's the last one. How about this item?
Oh, wow.
This is a
Lennox. That's pretty.
Very popular.
This is a Lennox bird from a series, but look at the level of delicacy in this item.
Yep.
All right, so you know what I'm talking about right there. It's Lennox. So this is a purple finch. It's labeled, but look at even the obviously each leaf. Yep. Talk about delicate, right?
Yeah.
How did I ship these? Wrapping it so it's literally a softball of bubble wrap all around it. I'm taking little pieces of plastic and putting them inside so it's a softball. Then it goes into an inner box that gets wrapped. Then it goes into an outer box with packing all around it. The shoe size box that the Postal Service gives you.
You saw Tracy's comment?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Stop holding it by the tail, she said.
Sorry. Oh my God. Sorry, Finchy. No issues. So this is the last one that I had. I had a hummingbird, which had its little beak.
Oh, wow.
No issues. So I'm telling you, everyone's different.
Yeah.
Perfecting Pearls gave some amazing insights right there. I agree with it. This is the type of thing, take an extra day, just if you can, you know what I mean? So part 2, Tron, right? I'll tell you what it is. People are laughing in the chat. My name's Roy, 3 letters. It always gets messed up. People call me Ron. People used to call me Ray. Right? So
that's like a commercial.
Right. There was a comedian, right? That used to you can call me Ron, you can call me John. No. I was gonna be named Trevor. My mother wanted to name me Trevor. I am named after my great uncle Roy, who was a famous explorer. He actually perished in the 40s in a plane crash, ended his life early. He's famous. He was up in Antarctica. So I'm named after my great uncle Roy. However, Tron actually came from Miss V, Veronica Mitka, and Passports and Pizza Pies. So basically it was in a chat. We were chatting and Jennifer Hayes was there as well. So Tron and Tron the movie, the Disney movie so my digital alter ego is Tron. We combined Trevor.
Yes, she called you Rot.
Trevor. Well, we were coming up with the names, but it's Tron, but it's Trevor and Ron combined. Tron, kind of combined.
I'm sorry, I missed that conversation.
Fascinating, right? Fascinating stuff. So I will hold him nicely and put him back.
One of the things I do have to say, everybody packages their items differently.
Yeah.
It's what you feel best, but one of my rules of thumb, I package my items, whether they're delicate, glass, whatever. I will ship them to my customers the way I want it to arrive to me. Think of it that way.
Yep. Yeah.
And what you're going to say, Julie?
I was just going to say, especially with those little petals and everything, I would definitely be putting something small, extra little pieces in there in that negative space to make it, you want it to be where you can wrap it, easily and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, and not damage it.
Especially when it's that delicate and you want to make sure if there's spaces, you want to fill those spaces first before you wrap it.
And when you have bubble wrap and you're wrapping it, you don't want it to be you want it to be tight, but not so tight that you're putting pressure against all those little edges too. So,
which is a good idea, the way Roy said it, fill the voids and holes first.
Yeah.
That way you're not going to have that happen.
It's a tough one. It is a tough one. I always, the shake test, test is good, right? Does it move? Comic books.
So weird. I even do that with my Funko Pops in an 8x6x4. I still shake it to make sure it doesn't move, even though I have so much wrap in it to make sure it doesn't move, even a Funko Pop. So you just
if you have the original box of something, that is great. A lot of times those items will have styrofoam that they're inside of. Like the bird, it'll have a styrofoam thing if you have the original. But even then, I would take that box and I would wrap that box in bubble wrap.
Thank you, Cheryl. And that's one of the things I strive for in the morning shows, that if anybody has questions or concerns and want to ask those type of questions, to start an activity in the chat of everybody participating. That's what I enjoy in the morning show. So that's why it's important. If you want to come in, ask questions. That's what we're here for. Somebody in the chat may do something. Again, remember, we all may do something a little different, but it's what you take from each person that might help you. And then you can put it into your work ethics to see if it works for you.
Well, I just want to say something real quick. I want to thank Julia because she's kind of taken me under her wing and really, really put up with a lot. Thank you, Julia. And
you're welcome. No problem.
Put up with this hot mess.
There are a lot of people and a lot of us in the community that will not mind helping somebody, especially when you're first starting out or you have questions. That's what we should be here for, to help each other.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, everyone's been wonderful.
Thank you, Tracy.
Conversation has been very informative and helpful to me.
Yeah.
If anybody has any questions about anything glassware related or, fragile or whatever, and I don't mark fragile on any of my boxes either, because I think sometimes, like there are certain people that are conscientious, probably like Cheryl, where you're careful with it, but then there's other people that are like, well, let's just see how fragile this is,
Exactly.
Like,
yeah. Now,
so
I've even
I don't
shipped a
like
lot of
those.
snow globes that I didn't have the original box to it, or I've sold this. I bought this anniversary clock with the Cinderella, and the only thing it didn't have was the center foam, but it originally had its outside foam. So what I did was I even bubble wrapped the clock, the dome on it, then bubble wrapped that, and then put it in a styrofoam to where it didn't move in that box before I put it in another box to ship. So you want to make sure you're shipping things out the way you want it to be delivered to you.
And if it has a lid, like if there's a picture and a lid or something, I separate those. I do not wrap those together. Don't do that.
Yeah, and a lot of people are like that, Jennifer. You're not the only one. I've seen that a lot, where people are afraid of actually doing things like that. And again, it's the more you do it, the more you'll know what you can do. Especially when it gets delivered perfectly, and everybody has their items and they love what they got. The more you do it, the easier it's going to get for you.
Yeah, I want to just say, please do not put a glass jar in a bubble mailer and expect it to get to where it's going without breaking.
Oh, this is where I do this. Oh no! Did you? Oh, listen. I'd be most sorry about your jar, love. Sorry.
I was not a happy camper.
I've been there.
I had someone mail a glass item, like I think it wasn't a cup, but it was something like that, inside of this, their own made thing, okay, inside a bubble mailer. It got to me, but I was like, you got to be kidding me.
I'm talking, they took a glass jar and stuck it in a bubble mailer, sealed it, and expected it to get to me, not broken.
But even with this amount of cardboard, that's not enough protection, like especially with the odd shape and size of it. Like, come on. Anyway, it did arrive, but I was like, what?
Oh, mine arrived. No glass jar anymore.
Well, yeah.
I would, at my last job, I was production and shipping manager, and we did bulk mailings of product. So you'd have a client now coming in with 1,000 promotional mugs, ceramic mugs.
I have a great statement right here real quick from Kevin. He says, the moral of the story is wrap your products properly and correctly and efficiently and use common sense. There's a lot of people who don't have common sense. They might have book smarts, but a lot of them don't have common sense. Yeah. And don't stop blaming the USPS for every issue that occurs. You're so right about that, Kevin.
That was the thing. The point I'm trying to make with the 1,000 mugs. It's a numbers game. It's a numbers game. Some are not going to make it, and then you're the moral of this. And I hear people in the chat, we're afraid to start because of shipping. Don't be paralyzed by any one aspect to make you go.
Agreed.
Go do it, and it's a process. So what did we do with the mugs? We figured this out in reverse. We reverse engineered how it's packed. And I tell you what, I can't say all of them arrived perfectly, but when the breaking numbers, we were acceptable at maybe, let's say 2 to 3% would be broken, weird address, etc. And we were good with that. So I think that for 1,000 to have, maybe that couple percentage. And then what do? We just send another one out. Why? Because they're all exactly, and it worked, right? It just When you only have one of something, though, you gotta be careful. Do it really good. Do it really good.
Do it right the first time, so you don't have to do it again.
Right.
True.
So what you got to add to this, James? I see you're having your morning coffee already.
Oh, I've been having it quite a while. I've been doing chores all morning. It's hot outside, and so I'm doing chores inside, doing laundry, and staying cool.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead. We're getting right in the show because I am needing to get some more stuff done before my 2:00 show. So what I want to do is
you
go
on
around.
the show? Oh,
a what?
I didn't know you were still live. I thought this
Yes,
was the back room.
No.
Hi, everyone.
Welcome to the live show, James.
I would have put my pencil down.
How much have you
Sorry about that,
done this morning? James, have you done the wake and bake already? Uh-huh.
Yeah, if you wrap it too much and too tight, like Cheryl said, a lot of times they even wrap it too much. It can still get broken depending on how tight and things like that.
Yeah. Right.
You have to be careful with wrapping. Yeah. So what I want to do is I'm going to start with Laura, and we'll go around and let everybody talk about what you got going on your channel, where they can catch you at on anything you have special going on for the week. And also don't forget, Jennifer put the link in the chat at 2:00 p.m. I do have the Hump Day auction we do every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern. So go ahead and we'll start with Julia first.
I thought you said Laura. Anyway.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. I have live sales every Monday at let's see, it's 4 p.m. Central, so 5 p.m. Eastern. And come over and just say hi, even if you don't like the stuff that I have or it's not your thing. That's okay. Just say hi. I appreciate it, and give me a thumbs up. It doesn't cost you anything except for a little bit of time, maybe. And I'm doing my best to get my son to help me with editing because that's fun. I don't know why that's like my nemesis is editing. Anyhow, but I am going to try and get some more recorded videos out, but mostly I just have been doing lives. And this coming week, I have a childhood friend, actually, that is a reseller, which I didn't know she was a reseller.
Awesome.
Just found out recently, but she's going to be my guest this coming week. So I'm happy about that. So come say hey to her. And then hopefully the following week, I don't know if any of you guys know who Danny is from The Niche Lady. She is going to be on my channel then, I believe, as a guest for a live sale. So follow her. I mean, if you're not following her, I would be surprised because she's great with all the eBay teaching and all of that. She does a good job.
And what's her screen name?
Hers is The Niche Lady.
Oh, yes, I am watching her.
Yeah. And I think she's got, if she doesn't already have 30, she's really close to it, I think. Not sure. 1,000 subscribers, so yeah. 30,000.
Awesome. Okay,
Anyway,
so is there anything else going on your channel?
I think that's about it. So never know when I'll go live.
Okay, Laura, you're next.
Okay, Females Mercantile. I do shows with Melanie Lightbeam. Her and I are basically business partners at this point. We do shows on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. This week we are on her channel. So tomorrow night, it will be myself, Melanie, and Roy, Horizon Picks. And on Friday, it'll be Melanie, myself, and Marion. Next week, we will then be on my channel. And we are doing Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Monday, Ella is a permanent partner on our show. 7 p.m. Eastern. Next week, all my channel. And we do now 2 shows on Tuesday. One will be a Buy It Now with a theme. That's where we're at.
And you'll rotate every week.
We do.
All right, now we're going to go to Roy.
Ooh, I got to get out my big frisbee to throw it like Tron, right? So here we go.
Wait. I thought his name was Rick or Rob or something.
It's I'll take it. It's Roy, actually, but I'll take it.
Or Roger.
Way worse. Tron.
Okay, Roy.
You can call me Tron. It's awesome.
Nice to meet you.
Tron works.
As long as you don't call him late for dinner, he'll be fine.
Oh, never late for dinner. I'm a growing boy. I need calories. There's some links in the chat. I'm never serious unless it's business, so it is what it is. But in the chat, there's a couple links there. Jennifer Hayes beat me. I beat her to it. Check me out. I'll be on with my three loves there: Lindsay, Laura, and Melanie. Killing it tomorrow night. I'm going to have some awesome stuff with those guys. Happy to be back with them as well. So I'll be selling on there. Patrick Murphy threw it in the chat. Friday nights, guys, if you haven't checked it out yet, please come to my channel, Horizon Picks, 10 p.m. Friday nights leading into the fall. We are booked. We do auctions going late, all kinds of stuff, nerding and merch. Treasures Noir, Patrick Murphy, myself, and Collecting Chaos with his comics. Come check us out. That's in the chat as well. And, tomorrow I'll be doing that. And then I'm on Collecting Chaos after the auction with Laura. And we do a talk show, Collecting Chaos, 9 p.m. on his channel, Patrick Murphy as well. And we talk, it's a talk show. So awesome. And lastly, I will say, anybody that's interested in the Friday auctions with me that would like to come on either as a guest seller or to just pop on to promote your channel, sell a lot, say hello, let me know. That could be arranged.
All right. Then we have Miss Helen.
Hi. Yeah. I have basically to get stuff shipped. That's my big goal. But I'm gonna put another, I'll have another haul video, and I'm gonna have a couple on how I'm shipping. So if you want to see basically a newbie do it and all the screw ups, watch me. And also I'm taking these porcelain dolls and that as I go. I'm very impressed with myself with that. I don't know why. It's just fascinating me.
What are you doing?
And just watching everybody else and learning.
No, what are you doing though with them?
With the porcelain dolls, we missed that.
Oh, I take these cheap porcelain dolls I get at Goodwill, and I'm making like Garth or creepy dolls. So I spray paint them white. I put, for Halloween, I put give them black eyes and like not quite zombie, but really creepy. Definitely.
Yeah, those are right up my alley.
Oh, that's awesome, Helen. You just went up 2 notches.
Yeah.
Oh, excellent.
That's right up my alley.
It's something satisfying about it. I don't know what it is. You take these pretty little, they're creepy to begin with, porcelain dolls, but you just like zombie them up and make them. It's just awesome.
Do you have one there? I want to see one that you
done. I have. Hold on. I don't have it finished, but
that's okay.
Market for it.
I'm also going to creepy.
Hold on. I'm also going to make. Okay, she doesn't have her hair on yet.
Okay. Yeah.
But
yeah,
I got to do makeup, and I took the clothes. I dyed them black. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it'll look better when it's done. But also, I'm also going to do. I watched the She's called the Happy Hoarder. She does dead fairies.
Really?
Yeah. So I got these little glow in the dark skeletons at the Goodwill. And I'm gonna I got glow in the dark tool. I'm gonna make little fairy wings.
Oh, cool!
That's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
Patrick said, "Wait, dead fairies?"
Yeah. See, I'm all about creepy dead things.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And there's a market for it. And also, I just put her link in the chat. She is our guest for today. If you haven't checked out her channel, definitely check it out. It's the New England Thrifter. That's Miss Helen. Check it out. And James, tell everybody about your channel and what you do on your channel.
Oh, well, me. Just drop videos about living in Mexico every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday evening at 8:45 Eastern time. And have a show on the weekends at 9:35 Eastern time, talking about news and things going on in Merida, Mexico.
There you go. And also, if you want to be a guest in the morning show, by the way, I am looking for guests. Trying to fill up the month of September. I do have some spaces available. If you would like to come on and showcase your channel and promote your channel, you're more than welcome to. There is my social media links and all affiliate links that I have available. You can check that out and reach out to me, and I'll be glad to put you on the morning show. I do the morning show every Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern. You just never know what topics or conversations we'll have with questions and answers throughout the show. And, of course, talking with our guests to promote their channel as well. So with that being said, like I always say before I end each and every show, don't forget this afternoon at 2 p.m. I do have the Hump Day auction. And then we have Laura already went.
What?
No, I just wanted to say that if anybody's interested in coming on and selling with myself and Melanie, email me. Email Melanie. We'll get you scheduled.
All right. Ellen is after my heart. There you go. So catch her link and check out her channel. She just actually did another video where she did a lot of yard of metal items that she bought, and they're very cute. So you might want to go check her out. So again, thank y'all for coming out always in the morning show, showing your love and support. And as I say before, in each and every show, love always. Love is always free. Please be kind to one another until we meet into another chat. Have a blessed and fabulous day. And until we meet again, later. Peace out.
Bye.
Love, love, love.